welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are doing 2022 SPM Real Past Year Paper 2. If you haven't watched the Paper 1 video, I will put it right on the above. Why? I will, okay? I will put it on top so you guys just click it in, okay? So for this 2022, right, I will have a bit of comment about it, okay? So if you already watched the paper one video, you will feel like, wow, paper one is so hard. So actually, after all, they will balance it up one, my dear. So paper two under compare is so much easier. So I start, you will understand it, okay? So for any new student who watching my video, I'm gonna say it again. I go quite fast, okay? But I will try to talk about every single details that you need to know about it. But I talk quite fast. I press very fast. I write very fast. So if you're very slow, then you can actually slow it down or pause me. You know, you can control the speed, right? You can rewatch it also, okay? So I will go on with my own speed, but you can control my speed by pausing the video, okay? So guys, let's get started. Question 1, they say. So function f and g are defined as this and that respectively. So guys, the moment you guys saw like that, I think you guys straight away know this is under Form 4, Chapter 1, function. So function, when you guys first learn it, you must be thinking, oh, very hard, very hard. But actually, it's not that hard after you guys learn other chapter, right? So let me write out for you guys. I love to write every single thing out. So fx equals to 1 minus 2x and gx equivalent to x squared minus 3. I think this is whatever they provided so far. So now A, they say, determine whether G inverse is a function or not. Give a reason for your answer. 2 marks, right, my dear? So definitely answer yes or no, 1 mark. Give a reason, 1 mark. So there go your 2 marks. So guys, how do you know whether they are function or not? Give you guys a context about what is a function, okay? Let's get you guys spacing down very good. So guys, for those who don't know, function. So what kind of thing is a function? 1 to 1 or many to 1. So when I teach my student, I tell them always end with 1. When you end with 1, the relation end with 1, then you are a function. Then guys, sometimes they will ask you. So guys, other than asking you whether they are function or not, they like to ask you that thing got inverse function or not. So if they ask you got inverse function or not, different question lah, okay? But if they ask lah, so if they ask you, that function got inverse function or not, how do you know yes or no? Remember, got inverse function is only when you are 1 to 1. Okay, if they ask lah, this is the 2 things that you need to memorize lah, okay? So now eventually they're asking me G inverse x, is it a function or not? So you can try to find the G inverse x, maybe draw it out, but quite hard to draw it out. So my dear, actually now GX equation is super easy to draw it out. Just in case you guys have no basic about Form 4 Chapter 2, which actually you should have lah, okay? Every single function, right? Okay, do you remember under Chapter 2, you guys learned that every single quadratic function, normally they are general form. Isn't it general form is ax squared plus bx plus c? Now that is general form, correct? I don't know whether you guys ever know about that, but let me talk through it, okay? So A is actually to see happy or sad. So whenever you're positive, you're happy. Whenever you're negative, you're sad. I hope you guys all know about that. C, I think all of you guys know, is the y-intercept, correct? Y equals to mx plus c, the c is the y-intercept, which is x equals 0, correct? I don't know whether you guys know what's B. Do you guys know this B is totally same as your straight line y equivalent to mx plus c? So you guys look, this C and this C is the same meaning, which is y-intercept. Actually, this M and this M represent the same meaning, you know. It represents the gradient. So talk about it. What is the gradient? Gradient is talking about the steepness level of a straight line. So whenever you draw a straight line, isn't it this gradient is a positive? How you know they're positive? Because they're going up. Do you know if they're coming down, they're negative? Okay. So this is the gradient for positive. So for curve, you know that gradient, this I say this B represent the same thing, right? So it means it's a gradient. Then you must be thinking, teacher, the curve got a lot of gradient. Actually, curve got a lot of gradient, you know. When your point is here, this is the gradient. When your point is here, this is the gradient. When your point is here, this is the gradient. When your point is here, this is the gradient. When your point is here, this is the gradient. So actually, curve got thousand gradient. Then, which gradient we referring to when we talk about B? So remember, B represent N. B represent gradient. But curve got a lot of gradient. So we only represent gradient at y-axis. Okay, it's only talking about y-axis. Later on, I draw, you will understand, my dear. You better know this. Next time, a lot of questions are with this knowledge, you know how to draw it out. And if you know how to draw it out, you can do quite a lot of stuff, my dear, okay? So, my dear, okay, and one more thing I want to say. Okay, my dear, I scared you guys don't know. Remember, gradient that going up, any single thing going up, right? The gradient is always positive. Anything that going down, the gradient is always negative. Anything horizontal, the gradient will be 0. Anything vertical, the gradient will be undefined. So this is basic. I hope you guys know, okay, guys? With this knowledge, right? This question asking me what G inverse X. How do I find G inverse X? I don't even have G inverse X unless I do So you do also can, don't do actually also can, you know, because you guys already got GX. So if you guys already got GX, how do you guys know about G inverse X? Let me draw out for you guys, okay? Using pencil, no marks on, my dear. So when I look at this GX, guys, I already know how the graph look like. Wait, I already know how the graph look like. How I know? So look at it, guys. Isn't it this is how the general form look like? Correct? First thing first, I know the C is what? -3. Isn't it? That means definitely this curve will touching the point of -3. So 100% will touch here lah. Okay? Then the A is what? The A is 1. So 1 is what? Positive. Positive means what? Happy face. Isn't it? That means a happy face. So your happy face can be like that, can be like that, can be like this. A lot of pattern one, right? Then how you know what pattern you are? Look at the B. So guys, do you realize your equation? There's no B. That means your B is 0. So B is 0 means what? Gradient 0, that means you are a horizontal line when you're on y-axis. So guys, you see, if you draw the curve like that, on the y-axis, your gradient will be going down. That means your gradient should be negative, you know, your B should be negative. Then, if you draw it here, okay, on the y-axis that time, your gradient is going up, which means it should be positive. But now I say the gradient will be, the B will be 0. So if the B will be 0, that means the gradient will be in the middle. That means whenever I touch the y-axis, it should be horizontal. Isn't it? My gradient would be 0. So when my gradient is 0, that means the B is legit 0. So guys, this is how the curve look like. I can assure you the curves look like that. Agak-agak, you should know they look like that. Actually, if you do more, you can always look at the equation, straight away know agak-agak how the graph look like. You're always able to draw it out. Every single thing, you guys able to do it. So next time, if you see the equation, no B, they always in the middle. 100% they in the middle one. Okay, so normally integration, that chapter, always got equation that no B one. That's why they're in the middle. And then they like to what? Turn one round. Do you remember volume? Turn one round. Then you're able to get the volume answer. That is always how it look like. Gonna remember that, okay? Even though I say a lot, but this is something useful for every single thing under this NMAX, okay, right? Under NMAX, okay? I shouldn't say this chapter is under NMAX. So please understand what I say, okay? Rewatch that part, okay? So that you understand how to draw it out. So guys, once I draw it out, so now I want to know what? I want to know what relation you are, like 1 to many, many to 1, or anything like that lah. So remember, guys, this is a what? This is a GX graph, okay? This is my GX graph. So how I know you are 1 to 1, 1 to many, many to 1, or many to many? Based on your basic, you guys all know 1 to 1 is like that, 1 to 1. 1 to many is like this, right? Many to 1 is like this. Many to many is very complicated one. So my dear, that is provided you draw two circle called arrow diagram. But guys, nowadays they don't like to draw two circle. They like to draw graph. So if they draw graph, how you know they are 1 to 1 or many to 1? So do you guys remember under chapter 1, you guys learned something called horizontal line test and vertical line test. So how I teach my students to memorize. So guys, remember. So this is how I teach my students. You just memorize using my way. Coordinate is always x, y. Correct? X first, only y. Think about it. How do you draw x-axis? Isn't it horizontally? How do you draw y-axis? Isn't it vertically? So I always tell my student, check horizontal first, only check vertical. Okay, the sequence is horizontal first, only vertical, because x first, only y. Okay, so see, check horizontal. So look at your curve, this one. You try to draw horizontal line. So my dear, when you draw horizontal line, you see whether maximum you touch 1 point or 2 points. So guys, now how many point I touch? 2. Here, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. But maximum I touch 2, right? So the first word is many. Always you draw horizontal first, it represents your first word because that one come first. Okay, x-axis come first. Next, the y-axis is vertical. So now I check vertical. Vertical, guys, I touch 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Do you understand? I only touch this curve for one time. When I draw any vertical line that I'm able to draw, I can only touch 1 point of my black curve. That means 1. So the second word will be 1. So I can assure you, this graph is many to 1. So guys, if this graph is many to 1, so are they a function? Maybe you tell me, yes, teacher. No, remember, I'm drawing for GX. But now you're asking me G inverse X. So my dear, inverse is what? Terbalik. So if my GX is many to 1, then your inverse is what? Your inverse will be 1 to many. So 1 to many is a function or not? No. So how do you answer it? You're going to say no. G inverse X is not a function. There you go, 1 mark. Then they say give a reason, right? I saw the marking scheme, they give you the marks for the inverse part, but the inverse part didn't explain it. So I don't think you should do that. I think you should write it out. You're going to write because it is not 1 to 1 function. You explain like that also can. Or maybe you can say because it is one-to-many function or one-to-many relation. Maybe I should write the word relation. There you go, 2 marks. So guys, here 1 mark, not a function, 1 mark. Here 1 mark, 2 marks. So my dear, even though I say quite a lot of stuff for you guys to understand it, but I really need you to know that you knowing how to draw a graph is very, very important. And then the many to one to many, you're going to remember, okay? Check horizontal line first, see you touch one or touch many, and then draw vertical line, see whether you touch one or touch many. Then you will know what relation is that. Okay, my dear? So next one, B. B what? They say find hx. So guys, you want to find hx, they say what? They say if f inverse hx equals to gx. So guys, this is what they give. I think I need to do this lah. So first thing first, do I have the gx? Yes, I do have the gx. So gx isn't it x squared minus 3? Got it. Okay. hx is what they want to find. I don't think that one you have any problem. Then I think to do this question, I need to have f inverse x. So do this question give me f inverse x? No. Then know what how to do? Do by yourself. So how original become inverse, guys? Normally do inverse, we're going to do let y. So we will let y equals to the original one. So fx is actually what? 1 minus 2x. I hope you guys remember the slogan. Start from single y, end with single x. So how do we end with single x? Move around until you guys can end with single x. So I don't like negative. Negative, I move it over positive. So plus y, move it over minus y. So x, do you guys getting 1 minus y over 2? Yes, I got it. That is my single x. Remember, single y represent fx, then single x represent your f inverse x. Now, my dear, I got my f inverse x lah. So with my f inverse x, I think I can continue do whatever I want to do lah. So my dear, these particular questions, how do I do it? They have two names. Two names, that means they're composite function. So composite function, your first step is separate it. Okay, only can do one by one, right? So supposedly you should sub inside first. But now your hx is a question mark. So that means you can't do inside. Cannot do inside, never mind. Straight away do outside. How do I straight away do outside? So outside original name, isn't it called f inverse x? So any single thing you see in the middle that is like weird one, they are always represented by object x. So my dear, what is my f inverse x equation? So my f inverse x equation, isn't it just now I did it? You can say it like green color highlighter. So based on that, isn't it, it will be 1 minus x over 2. So is it true that I can just write 1 minus x over 2? No. You know why? Look, very makes sense one. If you red pen, I write this red pen, okay lah. But do you realize now you're not f inverse x? Now you are, your x become hx already. Since your x become hx already, isn't it this x now? I should take my eraser, erase it off. And they should also become hx. You understand, right, my dear? For those who don't know, I'll give you some example, okay? I don't know how bad is your basic, my dear. So guys, it's like f inverse x if it's x minus 3. So when I do f inverse 5, isn't it, it will be 5 minus 3. If I do f inverse 2, isn't it, it will be 2 minus 3. So imagine if I'm doing f inverse hx, isn't it, you will be hx minus 3. That is the meaning of it, okay? So you should replace it with hx, okay? This is whatever under my video you can watch, okay? I have a series of chapter 1. This one is actually under fifth point. And this one is under fifth. Find inside substitute, okay? Very, very easy one. So now, divide, move it up, times. So divide by 2, move it up, times 2. This one times 2, this one times 2. So want to get your hx answer. Easy peasy. Negative hx, move it over positive hx. So my dear, 1 plus 6, 7 plus 2x, move it over minus 2x. Done. So isn't it your answer will be 7 minus 2x squared. Done. How many marks here? So my dear, here 1 marks. Just now you're able to do the inverse correctly, another 1 marks. And then you sub in correctly, another 1 marks. There go, 3 marks. Let's move on. Second part. Second part, guys, they say find the values of x. Now, can you guys see the s? Values. I think I should get more than one answer. Usually, as long as the teacher don't typo, right? The exam don't have any typo. Eventually, they got S, means plural. Your answer should got more than 1, okay? So now, they say what? GF inverse equals to 1. 1 is definitely 1. How do I get GF inverse? Do yourself, lor. So composite function, always your first step is separate. After separate, always sub inside first. Just now, you cannot sub inside is because just now you don't have the hx. But now this one inside is what? F inverse x. I think you have it. So isn't it F inverse x is this green color one? So this green color one, guys, isn't it, is actually 1 minus x over 2. Then after that, can you open bracket? No. Don't tell me you move it over. Cannot also. So this one, isn't it in original name, we call it gx. Anything in the middle, which is empty one, we always call it x. That means this is a gx. So do I have a gx equation? Yes. Highlight for you. Isn't it gx equation is here? Can you guys see the purple color one? So based on the top, gx equation, isn't it, is x squared minus 3. So isn't it x squared minus 3 equals to 1? But is it correct I write x squared minus 3? No. You're going to remember. If you are gx, you write x squared minus 3, you are correct. But now you're not gx, well, you are g bracket 1 minus x over 2. That means your x now should take your eraser, erase it off. And now the x should become what? 1 minus x over 2. Please put a bracket, okay? So with this condition, now you just open bracket, move around. I think you'll be able to get the x answer. Now, minus 3, move it over, plus 3 become 4. So this one 1 minus x squared. I hope you guys know this square is for everyone. A lot of you guys wrong is because you square the top, square the bottom, square the left side, square the right side, square the bottom. You thought you done. No. Guys, I hope you know this square is for top and bottom. So bottom, you guys squared it is 2 square, correct? But this top, because they got plus minus, whenever they got plus minus, you need to expand it. So please put a bracket with a square. Please put a bracket. Because with the bracket, when you expand it, you guys will have 3 things come out, my dear. So 1, 1, 1, negative, negative, positive, x squared. Middle using 2 times this, isn't it? Middle will be negative 2x. Please don't make mistake here. So this 2 square, move it over times. So 4 times 4, isn't it 16? So on this stage, guys, isn't it they look like a general form? So once they look like a general form, take out calculator and press 1 right side 2. I guess getting the first answer 5, the second answer negative 3. So the question say what? Values. Got S ma. So you guys getting 2 answer? Quite makes sense. So here, you guys getting 1 marks. Just now here, you submit correctly, another 1 marks. 5 plus 2, this whole question worth 7 marks. That. I like paper 2 a lot because paper 2, every single question worth a lot of marks. All of you guys understand? I hope you guys function is good, okay? Don't know? I got a whole series of function video. You guys can go and watch it, okay? So let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That question 2, they say the solution by skill drawing is not accepted. That means it's not real. This diagram, don't expect the drawing is correct, okay? Like the skill is maybe wrong, okay? That's what they say. Diagram 1 shows 2 straight lines. I can see that. The equation of straight line RS, I put color for you. Okay, you guys don't know. RS is this one. So RS equation, they say is what? Y plus 2x plus 3 equals 0. I hope you guys know straight line equation is always equal to 0. That means they are general form. Who want general form? The best form for straight line is y equals to mx plus c. So of course, please have a good habit to always make it to y equals to mx plus c. Legit is nicer to look also. Okay, so this yellow color straight line, that is the equation. Now, let's start from A. So A, what? They say what? Find the equation of the straight line PQ. So guys, you have to find the equation of the straight line PQ. The moment I read like that, I straight away know this question is under form 4. Chapter 7, isn't it under coordinate geometry? A chapter that you guys should be quite good on because mathematics also doing the same thing. So now they say find the equation of what? PQ. PQ is which one? Or PQ isn't it this blue color line? So how do you guys find this blue color line? Super easy one. Straight line equation always called what? Y equals to mx plus c. So I always tell my students, whenever you want to find y equals to mx plus c, you guys must have 2 things. First thing, you guys must have the gradient. Second thing, you guys must have the coordinate. There's always standardized one. You must have these 2 things, okay? First, how do I find the gradient? Gradient normally, maybe you're going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But this straight line, do you guys have 2 coordinates? Don't have. So don't have, then how do you guys find the gradient out? Super easy. Because I don't have also, never mind, because I saw a 90-degree sign. 90-degree sign, what do we call it? We call it perpendicular. Guys, remember, right? Perpendicular. So perpendicular, what formula go through your mind? Perpendicular, that means they are 90 degree. 90 degree, what formula in your mind? I hope you guys all can answer me. N1, N2 equals to -1. This one always use on parallel, same gradient. Perpendicular, both of their gradient times each other equals to -1. So now I want to find the blue one. I just need to find the yellow gradient. And do I have the yellow gradient? Yes, because the yellow color got equation ma. So y equals to mx plus c, isn't it the m is, the yellow color gradient is already -2. So please understand that you want to find gradient for PQ. So isn't it gradient for PQ times gradient for RS should equivalent to -1. Put color for you. The blue color one times the yellow color one equals to -1. So the blue color one you want to find. The yellow color one is -2. Isn't it equals to -1? So times, move it over, divide. Negative, negative, positive. 1 divided by 2, 1 over 2. I got it. The blue color gradient is 1 over 2. By the way, guys, need to show this working. This working worth 1 mark. You get 1 over 2, no marks, But you do N1 times the N2 value equals to -1, got 1 marks. That is where my students always lose their marks. Remember to write out, okay? And then the coordinate, you're going to use any coordinate that you guys got passed through. The blue color line passed through P. Isn't it P is -8, -2? Later on, can use that coordinate. You guys got passed through. So guys, whenever I got Y, I got M, I got X, I got those. I want to find C. Obviously, you guys can find. So my Y is -2. My M is 1 over 2. My X is -8. Isn't it? Plus C. So this one cut -4. -4, move it over, plus 4. Do you guys getting C is 2? So now I can write out the equation nicely. Y equals to M is 1 over 2. C is 2. Isn't it my straight line equation called Y equals to half X plus 2? That. Hopefully you guys all can get this equation. Done. Okay, isn't that, is it really done? No, still got second part. Second part, guys, they say want to find what? Want to find coordinate Q. Please remember, coordinate is actually XY. Okay, coordinate form. So how do you guys find coordinate Q? Now, Q is here. Remember, under this chapter, whenever they find coordinate, either they are midpoint. So is Q midpoint? No, they never say. I cannot assume. Next, maybe they have ratio. Do they give you ratio? No, they never. So if they're not midpoint, not ratio, which they got formula one, if they are not these two, then they are normally the rest of the three. Altogether only got 5. Midpoint, ratio. X-intercept, Y-intercept, intersection point. So they are not midpoint, not ratio. So are they on the x-axis? No. Are they on the y-axis? No. Then it's always their favorite. Their last part is always their favorite. Their favorite is called intersection point. Okay, what's the meaning of intersection point? Intersection point, that means two lines bang each other on that spot. We call it intersection point. So do you guys realize this Q, legit is the yellow line and the blue line bang each other on that point. So that point legit is an intersection point. So intersection point do what? Simultaneous equation. So guys, your purple point touching the blue line. So blue line can be your equation 1. Your purple point also touching the yellow line. So yellow line can be your equation 2. So now you guys need to combine equation 1 and equation 2 together. So I can sub 1 into 2. So my dear, both of them call y. I call it y equals to y. One of it, I copy it on the left. Another one, I copy it on the right. So I just move around. I'll be able to get the answer. Minus, move it over plus 5 over 2x. Plus 2, move it over minus 2, negative 5. So divide, move up times. Are you guys getting the x? Negative 2. After getting the x, don't forget to find the y. How do we find the y? Easy peasy. Sub back. You like equation 1, sub back to equation 1. You like equation 2, sub back to equation 2. Answer, same one. So I like equation 1, I sub back to equation 1. So 1 over 2 times negative 2 plus 2. I guess getting the y is 1. So remember to write out the answer nicely. Isn't it your Q answer is negative 2, 1. You better label back to your diagram, see whether it makes sense, whether they are left side of x 0, top of 0. Then only it look like negative 2, 1. Okay, you can see that? And this whole question worth 5 marks. Where is the 5 marks? Just now there 1 marks. This answer definitely 1 marks. Combine them definitely 1 marks. Join them together 1 marks. Sub in the y-axis another 1 marks, I guess. Okay, my dear? So like that, 5 marks. Move it up a bit. Let's move on. B. B, they say what? The straight line PQ is extended to T. Actually, they never draw you the T, right? Never mind, draw yourself. So where is the T left? Listen. Listen to how they say it. They say PQ extended to T. So definitely it's on this line. Okay? You think where is the T? Left side or right side? Right side. You know why right side? Because they say PQ. You know what PQ means what? That means P go to Q extended to T. So that means PQT. If T is on the other side, you know they should say what? They shouldn't say PQ. They should say QP. Because if they say QP, that means Q first, then only P, then only T. Correct, my dear? But now because they say PQ, so PQ is already this direction. That means this direction, you go on to T. So T is 100% continue up one. Okay? Don't know where lah, but somewhere here lah. Simply draw lah. Okay? T is there. So now they say such that PQ-QT ratio is 3:2. So guys, PQ3, QT2. Okay? Hopefully all of you guys can see that. And now they say what? Find the coordinate T. So coordinate is XY. So just now I said coordinate got what? 5 type. Midpoint ratio, x-intercept, y-intercept, intersection point. This T is what? Ratio lah. They just give you ratio, right? So ratio formula got or not? Got. Right for you guys, XY equivalent to nx1 plus mx2 over m plus m, ny1 plus my2 over m plus m. This formula SPM provided. So if you don't know about it, it's fine. But I hope you guys know lah. Okay? Now, this formula look like that. Doesn't mean you can sub wrongly. You know, you sub wrongly, everything wrong. Please sub correctly. So first thing first, I hope you guys all know, this xy is always for the middle point. Not midpoint, the middle point. Like whoever in the middle. So guys, I hope you guys know that now you are looking at the purple line. This PQT is talking about the purple line, right? So under the purple line, who is right in the middle? Isn't it the one in the middle called Q? So that one, it must be Q. Don't tell me, teacher, you're finding T or you find T or not important one. Because that spot is always for the middle person. So the middle person is Q. Isn't it Q coordinate? Just now you guys already get it. Negative 2, 1. Can you see it? Then only do the corner one. So corner NM. The NM is the ratio. So guys, remember the ratio, how you guys need to times it? Remember it must cross multiply. Right side ratio must times left side coordinate. Left side ratio must times right side coordinate. So guys, they must cross multiply. So how do I cross multiply them? So remember, the 3 will times T. The 2 will times P. It must cross in this way, okay? So my dear, remember 3 times T. Maybe you tell me, teacher, you don't have the T coordinate. Yes, I don't have. Don't have a full question marks. Of course, no lah. So you can put xy. Whenever you don't know, you can call it xy. So guys, 3 times the x. 3 times the x plus, 2 times this x. So isn't it 2 times negative 8? Divide by total ratio. I know 3 plus 2 is 5, but nowadays you cannot straight away write 5. You're going to write 3 plus 2. Okay, you need to write the working out. So next one, 3 times the y. So 3 times the y plus 2 times this y. Isn't it 2 times negative 2? Divide by total ratio, 3 plus 2. Now, isn't it up to here? So up to here, how do I continue? So I hope you guys know that. Until here, of course, your x and my x should be the same. So we can compare. Your y and my y will be the same. We can also compare. I just opened up the bracket, nothing fancy. So you guys can move around and get back the answer. So divide, move up times. Negative 10 equals to 3x minus 16. Minus 16, move it over, plus 16. Times 3, move it over, divided by 3. 2. This one, divided by 5, move it over, times 5. Minus 4, move it over, plus 4. Times 3, move it over, divide by 3. So guys, x is 2, y is 3. Isn't it? My T answer is 2, 3. That. You get 2, 3, 1 marks. And then you get, you write the equation out, my dear. This formula, you must write it out. Not the red color one. You write you copy the formula, no marks. You sub things in, only got marks. And you must sub things correctly. Okay? So my dear, with like that, you guys, this question again worth 7 marks. Understand? So far, so good. I hope you're still energetic. Supposingly, first 2 questions should be still energetic one, okay? Move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move on. Question 3. So they say a quadratic function is given by this such that p is a constant. The moment I saw the word quadratic function, I straight away know this question is under Form 4, Chapter 2. Let's move on. A, they say, the roots of the quadratic equation when fx equals to 0 are alpha, beta. Okay, first thing first, this question got give you an equation. 100% using it, okay? But in the A, they say what? The roots. I always tell my students the keyword is roots. Okay? Whenever you see the word roots, it represents what? X. Please remember, roots always means X. But roots, got S, right? Plural. Isn't it x1, x2? So guys, now they say the x1, x2 is what? Alpha and beta. Okay? It's when their fx equals 0. This is what they say. Everything they say one is not something I created. Okay, I read it out. Okay? Now they say form. Ask you to form a quadratic equation. Guys, they want me to form an equation. They say, which has the roots. Wow, another word, roots already. Don't tell me teacher same as just now. No, they are not the same. So again, I write out another one. So another roots, isn't it again, x1, x2. Now they say the roots is 2 alpha minus 1 and 2 beta minus 1. Okay, you guys see it? In term of p. That's whatever they say so far, okay? So my dear, now, how do you guys do it? So hopefully you guys all remember under Form 4, Chapter 2, whenever they have the word roots, then they are under SOR, POR. So SOR stand for what? Sum of roots. Hopefully you guys all know sum of root formula. But I write nicely first. So my dear, I already know my fx equation is this one, right? So I copy it down. So you know this question, how many SOR, POR you need to do? You need to do 2 sets. You know why you need to do 2 sets? Because this left side and right side, their roots is different. So if their roots is different, the left side need to do 1 SOR, POR. The right side need to do another SOR, POR. Because SOR stand for sum of roots. So my dear, when their roots is different, their sum of roots is different. So sum of root, product of roots, do for the first roots, the first set of roots, and then sum of root, product of roots, do for the second set of roots. So both need to do SOR, POR. So SOR stand for sum of roots. Hopefully you guys all remember, sum of roots formula is x1 plus x2 because sum is total, plus. So x1 plus x2 equals to negative b over a. Now, even though I use red pen, but this one is not provided in SPM, okay, my dear? So now, just sub inside. So my x1 is alpha, my x2 is beta. My b then my b is here. And look carefully, your formula got negative, your b got negative, negative, bracket, negative. Need to write nicely. And then over my a, isn't it my a will be 2. So from here, I know alpha plus beta equals to 5 over 2. Okay, let's do POR. POR stands for what? Product of root. Sum, it means plus. Product, it means times. So isn't it x1 times x2? So x1 times x2 equals to c over a. Okay, so my x1 is what? My x1 is alpha. My x2 is what? Beta. My c is what? My c is p. My a is what? 2. So isn't it alpha times beta equals to p over 2? I know you're not getting anything because this question is not asking SOR, POR also lah. So you just do until there is okay one, okay? Now, let's do another set of SOR, POR for the second set of roots. So guys, for the second set of roots, the SOR is what? x1 plus x2 equals to negative b over a. Okay, again, let me sub inside. So the x1, isn't it 2 alpha minus 1? The x2, isn't it 2 beta minus 1? Can you see all on top, please, alpha, beta. And then isn't it equivalent to negative B over A? Listen to me. You know why student wrong? Because you guys love to sub negative 5. Then where the negative 5 come from? Come from next door. Funny or not? That one next door one, hello. The next door A, B, C is for alpha beta. Are you alpha beta? No. You are 2 alpha minus 1, 2 beta minus 1. So please, don't go your neighbor's house and steal their ABC and use. That is theirs. Yours don't have. So my dear, yours don't have. Don't tell me, teacher, why I don't have. Hello? Because this question asking you to find the equation. If you have, then why would I ask you to find? So quite obvious, you don't have your own equation. You don't have your equation, you don't have your ABC. If you don't have your ABC, never mind, my dear. Just do the left side also can do one. Don't scared. So my dear, 2 alpha plus 2 beta. So minus 1, isn't it minus 2? Correct? So I think you guys did these kind of questions a lot before if you guys got practice. So normally like that, what you guys will do is try to make it a number. How do I make it a number? I don't know what is alpha, what is beta, but I know alpha plus beta. Do you realize you already found alpha plus beta is actually 5 over 2 from the previous set? So my dear, under the same question, of course, the alpha plus beta will be the same value lah. So if the alpha plus beta is 5 over 2, now I want to sub inside. But when I want to sub, the 2 is blocking me. So what can I do? Isn't it factorize the 2 out? So guys, if I factorize the 2 out, isn't it this alpha plus beta, I can sub from the previous part. So isn't it sub 5 over 2 inside? 2 and 2 kakat. Oh, my SOR is 3. Let's try to do POR again. So x1 times x2, that's product of roots equivalent to C over A. Memorize the formula, not provided. So my dear, now my SOR, my x1 is what? 2 alpha minus 1. My x2 is what? 2 beta minus 1. Can you see? All is here. What's my A and C? Don't have, because I want to find the equation. Obviously, I don't have A, B, C. Don't go at neighbor's house and steal, okay? So now expand it. 2 times 2, 4. Alpha times beta, alpha, beta. 2 alpha times negative 1, negative 2 alpha. Negative 1 times 2 beta, negative 2 beta. Negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1. That. So my dear, first, the 4. Alpha plus beta should be quite easy because this alpha plus beta. Oh yeah. This alpha plus beta, guys, isn't it same as this blue color one? So guys, if they same as this blue color one, we can sub inside. So guys, this part, when we sub inside, sorry, sorry guys, Shopee call. So my dear, let's continue. So guys, 4 alpha beta. So alpha beta from the blue color one, you know, is P over 2. Don't tell me, teacher, P, can, because they say what? In term of P, so your answer got P is totally fine. No need to worry. Then for this one, I cannot sub. I don't have alpha, I don't have beta. But guys, the one that stopping you from subbing in is the negative 2. So if I'm you, I will pull out the negative 2. So this one negative 2, I pull out left alpha. This one negative, you pull out left positive. Negative 2 pull out left beta. Isn't it? This is whatever you guys got. So this one kakak 2. 2p minus 2. So guys, this alpha plus beta, isn't it the green color one? So this green color one, isn't it, is 5 over 2 plus 1. So this 2 and this 2 kakat. So 2p minus 5 plus 1, isn't it negative 4? Done. So maybe you tell me, teacher, then this is the answer. And of course, no lah. This is just SOR POR. And this question not asking SOR POR. They are asking what? The equation. I hope you guys know, when they're doing SOR POR, other than SOR POR, there's one more formula. You're only using it when they want to form equation. And now is the time. Hey, by the way, for anyone who don't understand it, okay, which I think that means your basic is very, very weak lah, okay? I do have a whole series of chapter 2 also. You guys can go and watch it. I don't put it on top lah. You go on my YouTube channel and find lah, okay? My YouTube not really that much of video. I think it's quite easy to find. You can go playlist there and find, okay? So my dear, now let me sub inside x squared minus. My SOR is 3. My POR is 2p minus 4. You see? Sub your SOR in, sub your POR in. Dun, 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 dun. That is the answer. So this is exactly how the answer look like. That. So guys, how many marks they give you? Wow, only 3 marks. Okay, my dear. Guys, these are definitely 1 marks. Okay? You doing, wait, let me see. You doing the combination 1 marks. You doing the combination 1 marks. You sub it in correctly 1 marks. You sub it in correctly 1 marks. Sorry. I wrong. 3 marks, right? Here and here together 1 marks. Here and here together 1 marks. So there go 1 marks, 1 marks, 1 marks, 3 marks. Okay? So my dear, this one done. Let's move on. B. B, they say what? Given that the straight line y equals to x plus 1, this straight line touches the curve, this one. Okay? Then they say, find the value of p. So guys, they just say touches the curve. So the moment they say touches the curve, that means they what? Touch 1 point. See, this is the straight line, this is the curve, this is the straight line. They touch 1 point. So touch 1 point, any formula you remember? Very good. B squared minus 4AC equals to 0. Hope you guys all remember discriminant. So whenever you touch 2 points, B squared minus 4AC more than 0. B squared minus, touch 1 point, B squared minus 4AC equals 0. Does not touch, B squared minus 4AC smaller than 0. So now they say touches the curve, definitely is 1 point. So isn't it you guys would be using B squared minus 4AC equals 0. But now they say what? The straight line and the curve touch. So I should sub which equation? You should sub the combination of both. Because they never say the straight line touch itself, They never say the curve touch itself, They say the curve and the straight line touch each other. So you must have these two persons only, they can touch each other, right? Use both equations. So now, you guys know the straight line equation is y equals to x plus 1. Okay? You guys also know the curve equation, which is the fx. Wait, I write nicely for you. Isn't it y equals to fx? So isn't it your fx equation is actually 2x squared minus 5x plus p from the top. So there go equation 2. So equation 1, equation 2, you guys can combine them together. Since both of them is y, I can say it straight away, say y equals to y. So both the equation, I just sub it in. So isn't it, this is whatever I getting. So you want to get the equation, of course, general form must equivalent to 0. Every single thing move it to one side. So this is 2x squared. Minus 5x minus 1x minus 6x. This is a p. Plus 1, move it over minus 1. Got it, guys. So isn't it, this is the equation when I combine them together. So once I got this equation, now I can start to use b squared minus 4ac equals to 0. Okay, when they touches each other. So now all you guys need to do is sub inside. How do I sub inside? So remember, this is your A. Negative 6 is your B. Your C will be P minus 1. I think you guys all know about that. Sub inside your B is negative 6. Put bracket. Okay, negative, you didn't put bracket, it won't be positive 36. You'll be a negative 36, which is wrong, Must put bracket. Minus 4, your A is 2. Your C is P minus 1, equivalent to 0. Negative, negative, positive, 6, 6, 36. So 4 times 2 is 8, and then P minus 1, equivalent to 0. So 36. This one times this one, this one times this one. Isn't it negative 8P plus 8 equivalent to 0? So 44 minus 8P equivalent to 0. So minus 8P, I move it over plus 8P. So P answer will be 44 divided by 8. I guess getting the answer 11 over 2. You want to write decimal 5.5 also can. 11 over 2 also can. That. 3 marks. Where is the 3 marks? This answer 1 marks. When you sub inside b squared minus 4ac equals 0, 1 marks. When you combine these two equations together, another 1 marks. There you go. 6 marks. Dun, 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 dun. Done. Can I drink water? Okay. Can I? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we go? Question 4. In a geometric progression, okay lah, have a feeling lah. Isn't it Form 4, Chapter 5, APGP? So they say in a geometric progression, I think you guys all know this is a GP question. They say the sum of the first 4 term, S4 lah, is 16 times the sum of the next 4 term. Please, next 4 term is not S4. First 4 is number 1 to number 4. Next 4 is after number 4. So guys, after number 4, that means start from number 5. And then always student will tell me, teacher, number 5 to number 9. You know why you're wrong? Because you think too much. It's not 5 plus 4. It's using your finger to count. I always teach my students to use finger to count. So you see, my dear, first 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. First 4, okay? Then next 4 is after the first 4. So after the first 4, start from what? Start from 5, right? Use finger to count. You want 4%, right? So you see, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. Where got number 9? Isn't it? It's 5 to 8. Okay, the next 4 is 5 to 8. The fifth to number 8. Okay, now they say A, show. Wow, later on need to write the word show. So they say show that the common ratio is 1 over 2. So of course you cannot start from 1 over 2. Pretending you never see 1 over 2 and then do yourself until the end can get 1 over 2. Write the word show. So how do I show it? The whole question only give you one information, right? Using that lah, my dear. So just now from this sentence, what they try to tell you, they try to tell me S4 is means equal. 16 times means 16 times. 16 times S5 to 8, isn't it? S5 to 8. So they try to tell me S4 equals to 16, S5 to 8. That is whatever you guys can write out, okay? So with that, let's start to do it. So guys, S4 is S4. 16 is 16. Guys, you know how to find S5 to 8? I hope all of you guys know. Just in case you guys don't know, write a few basic for you guys to know, okay? T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T8. Now you want to find S5 to 8. That means you want to find T5, T6, T7, T8 plus together. Who will do individually, correct? So I want to do S. But whenever I do S or every single S sum, they must start from number 1. So you cannot suddenly start from number 5. You're going to start from number 1. So how can you do it? You can find S8. Because S8 is all of them. Even though you're not finding all of them, you just want to find the back one. but you find all of them first. After you find all of them, then you minus those you don't like lah. You want to start from number 5, oh? You're going to minus S4. Please don't minus S5, because if you minus S5, you will minus off number 5. But you want to start from number 5. So if I'm orang yang kelima, you can only minus the one in front of kelima. In front of kelima, got what? 4, 3, 2, 1. So isn't it minus S4? Therefore, guys, this part I can do S8 minus S4. Remember this concept, okay? I will use it a lot. So now, how can you guys do it? You guys will start to use the formula, but I won't. Because I realize this is S4, this is S4. Don't you feel like, hey, maybe the potential combine, right? Make your life easier, ma. So, my dear, I open the bracket. 16 times S8 minus 16 times S4. So, my dear, minus S4, minus, move it over, plus. So, sini satu S4, that one 16 S4, together 17 S4. Isn't it equivalent to 16 S8? Correct? Now, let me use the formula. So, we are doing GP, guys. GP, okay, I hope you guys remember. GP got 2SN formula for GP. So the 2SN formula based on whether the R more than 1 or less than 1. Even though I don't know more than 1 or less than 1, but I can still and look at the answer. Isn't it the answer just now? The R is 1/2, which is less than 1. So guys, I'm going to use the formula which is less than 1, which it looked like that. Okay, this one SPM provided. Okay, my dear. So this is the formula. 16 is here, 17 is here. I put a bracket lah. Hopefully you guys understand it better. Okay, the red color pen is the formula. So 17 is 17. So do I have the first term? Do I have the first term? No. Do I have the radius? No. Apa pun tak ada. How do I find it out, my dear? Remember, this question asks you to show the R. So how do you guys show the R? Now, let me open the bracket. Remember, whenever you times fraction, the number only times the top. So 17 times A, 17A, 1 minus R. The N is what? The N is 4, isn't it? 4 over 1 minus R. This one is 16 times A, 16A. So 1 minus R. The N is what? The N now is 8. So guys, can you guys see? You are doing S8 now, so your N is 8. Isn't it over 1 minus R? So it's actually not that hard. Don't tell me, teacher, a lot of unknown. Never mind, I only got A and R. And the A, I already can see they can disappear. Never mind, I do step by step for you. First, both sides also bottom, denominator got 1 minus R. You don't like the 1 minus R? You everyone times 1 minus R. This one times 1 minus R, only left the top one. This one times 1 minus R, only left the top one. Okay? Then after that, what you don't like? I don't know about you. I don't like A. So my dear, everything I don't like the A, I divide by A. So this one divide by A, no more A. This one divide by A, isn't it no more A? So isn't it now the whole question only left R? I think getting the answer is not a dream. So my dear, there's a lot of way to do it by doing the way that the marking scheme showing now, okay? So you guys can open bracket. 17 times 1, 17. 17 times R power 4, 17 R power 4. 16 times 1, 16. 16 times R power 8 is 16 R power 8. Nah, this is whatever I get, okay? So this is what I get. Then what can you do? You should combine all of them into one side. Why? This one look like a logarithm questions that I used to do before. I don't know whether you guys know, but using let y. Why you guys were using let y? Okay, now I show you first, you will understand it later. So guys, I will move every single thing to the positive side. I will make the biggest person positive, and the biggest person is this R power 8. So in right side, you are negative, I move it to the left side, isn't it? Positive R power 8. And then this one, minus 17 R power 4. And then 17 minus 16, isn't it left a 1 behind? Now, my dad, this is whatever I get. So you know why I say I was using let y? Because when you look at this, do you guys realize, guys, it actually look a bit like general form. Maybe you tell me, teacher, where got? Teacher, general form must be square and 1, my dear, even though they are not square and power 1, but they are power 8 and power 4. So do you realize 1 times 2, they are actually 2. So 4 times 2, isn't it, they are 8. So whenever, right, you get a equation, okay, can have 0. They all same unknown. And this power is double of this power. And this person don't have power, they always potential become general form. But of course, general form, you must have a square lah. So if you're not a square, right, what you should do? You should let y. You should let y equals to R power 4. You should let y to replace the middle one. Let me show you guys, it all super makes sense. So you see, this R power 8, I can make it R power 4. But how do I make it R power 4? You can put R power 4 square. Because do you remember you learned this under indices formula? A power m bracket n open bracket is A power mn. So that means these two I open bracket. Will it come back to 8? Yes, they will. So isn't it I can do that as well? Correct? And then minus 17 R power 4 plus 1 equals to 0. Can you guys see it? So now I can actually sub it in. So y equals to R power 4. So all the R power 4 you guys can see now. I can write them as y. I can write them as y. So when I write them as y, do you realize, they look like a general form, isn't it? Can press calculator already. So guys, do you guys getting the first answer 1? Do you guys getting the second answer, 1 over 16? You see, that is the two answer. One answer is this 4. Of course, you are doing for y. Of course, the answer is for y. So isn't it y minus 1 and 16y minus 1? Correct? Please don't stop here. You're not finding y, you know. This question, you are showing r. So my dear, after you guys getting the y, now you guys can sub back the y become r. So remember, the y actually represent r. So now you guys can find back. So power 4, move it over, square, move it over square root, cube, move it over cube root. Power 4, move it over is actually surd 4. Surd 4, guys, remember, every single surd with even number, you must write plus minus. Simply the answer got plus minus 1. Same for this one. R power 4 equals to 1 over 16. So R equals to surd 4, 1 over 16. So I think you guys can press calculator. The answer is 1 over 2. But because they are surd 4, surd 4, surd 6, surd 8, all need to write plus minus. Surd 3, surd 5, surd 7, or no need to write plus minus. Odd number no need, even number need. Okay? So my dear, isn't it like that? You guys got plus minus 1 and plus minus 1 over 2. But the one you guys can reject it. Why the one you guys can reject it, my dear? Because for GP, common ratio, impossible 1. Think about it. The first number is 3. If my common ratio is 1, 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 1, 3. Funny or not, how is it possible my progression all same number from starting until the ending? No. Progression number will change one. So R cannot be 1, R cannot be 0. So definitely it's not 1. So the answer only left positive 1 over 2 and negative 1 over 2. But this question asked me to show the positive 1 over 2. So isn't it, I just choose the positive 1 over 2 and write the word show. And write the word show. Can you guys see that, my dear? Just like that, you guys able to get the answer. Okay? Don't know, some of you guys got any other choice or not, my dear. If you guys want to have other choice, actually, as long as you guys can get this answer, is fine. So I show you guys, okay, what other choice you guys can have, okay? This one, 17. 1 minus r power 4 equals to 16. For those who think, teacher, let y so hard. This question got other choice, but sometimes don't have one. So you still need to learn let y no matter what, okay? You don't always opt for the easy choice, okay, my dear? Maybe there's no easy choice. This is the only choice, okay? But for now, 1 minus r power 8. Okay, my dear. This 17, 1 minus r power 4, legit nothing to do. But this 1 minus r power 8 actually can separate to 2 brackets. You guys remember, x squared minus y, you guys can factorize it manually. You learn it from 3, 1. X squared minus 3, isn't it can separate to 2 brackets? X squared actually made by x times x, isn't it x squared? Negative 9, isn't it made by negative 3 and positive 3? Then together it will be x squared minus 9, right? Actually same for now. 1, isn't it is 1 times 1, it is 1. Correct? Then negative r power 8, isn't it will become 1 negative, 1 positive because you are negative now. So it will be r power 4 times r power 4. R power 4 times r power 4 is r power 8, my dear. 100% is like that. And why this one easier? Because you can cut. Wow. Once you guys cut it, yeah, my dear, isn't it this is your leftover? I show you the answer, same one. Times 16, move it over, divide by 16. Okay? So, plus 1, move it over, minus 1. Power 4, move it over, surd 4. Isn't it the R answer is still plus minus 1 over 2? Guys, isn't it the same answer? But the answer at the back, they show let y lah. That's why I didn't show you this. But if I'm you, actually, I won't even think about let y. I will do like that. So answer same one. Can I, everyone? Done, my dear. Let's move on. B. So B, they say what? Sorry, move up a bit. B, they say, it's given that the different or base. Okay? So my dear, whenever I say your age and my age different, how do we find our age different? Isn't it using big minus small? My age minus your age equivalent to our age different. Same for now. Every time they say different, minus. So they say the difference between the fourth term ialah orang yang keempat, T4. So, and the eighth term, orang yang ke-8, T8. So they say the difference between fourth term and eighth term, T4 and T8 is 120. So my dear, that means what? The T4 minus T8 will be 120. Some student will ask me, then teacher, how you know T4 is the big one? T8 is the small one. Guys, our R is 1 over 2. 1 over 2 means what? Keep divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. That means actually this progression is definitely from big number to small number. It's a descending order. So quite obvious, the front one is always bigger. The back one is actually smaller. Using your brain to think also can do one, okay? So by then now, they say what? Find the first term. First term called what? A. Well, how do I find the first term? So the only thing they give you is T4 minus T8 because of 120. I think I'm definitely using that. So Tn formula under GP look like that. So let me write out for you guys. That the red color pen, that one is the Tn formula. So do I have the A? No. But do I have the R? Yes. Even though I cannot do A, I also know the R is 1 over 2. So you guys can write 1 over 2. This one is only 4 minus 1. Minus A. The R is 1 over 2. Isn't it power 8 minus 1? Equivalent to 120. So this one, Wait, let me press calculator. So 1 over 2 power 3. I guess getting 1 over 8a minus 1 over 2 power 7. I guess getting 1 over 128a equivalent to 120. So 1 over 8 if I minus 1 over 100. 1 over 8 if I minus 1 over 128. I guess getting 15 over 128a equivalent to 120. So A answer will be 120 divided by that particular answer. I guess getting 1024. Dun, 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 done. So this one gets done. I think the next part is super easy. Find the sum to infinity of the progression. S infinity there only got one formula. So it's A over 1 minus R. There's no other choice also. So quite easy. Because you guys already know your A is 1024. You guys already know your R is 1 over 2. So just sub it in, press your calculator. When you press at the bottom, please put a bracket. So 1024 divided by the 1 over 2. I guess getting the answer 2048 for your S infinity. Dun, 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 dun. That. Wait, let me see the marks. Okay, 4 marks. Here 1, this formula 1. This one with the formula 1. So there go the 4 marks. Quite easy, the 4 marks. And then the first 3 marks there. So my dear, when you're able to write this, S4 equals to 16, S8 minus S4. There's 1 marks from there. Writing the equation out, subting in correctly, another 1 marks. And showing the answer out, another 1 marks. There you go, this question, 7 marks. Dun, 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 dun. Done. Everyone, so far so good. Not bad, right, my dear? It's not that hard compared to paper 1, right? Paper 1 is like a lot of hots. But this paper 2, every single thing is just maybe just your basic, not strong enough. But it's definitely not the not the question like very tough or like they're very tricky or stuff like that. No, they're very straightforward. It's just whether you're basic strong or not. Okay, now, my dear, I move on lah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That. So next one, guys, let's move on. Question 5. They say, diagram 2 shows the plan of a rectangular garden ABCD. So now they say a point, okay, is in a shape of a quadrant of a circle with center D. So guys, quadrant, you know what is quadrant, right, my dear? A circle is circle. Cut half called semicircle. Cut another half called quadrant. So quadrant is always 90-degree one, okay, if with center D. So with this sentence, I know they're talking about this yellow color one. So this is the pond they are talking about, okay? So with center D were built in the garden. Yep, I can see there's the garden. They built at the corner there. So the remaining part, the area will be what? 90x plus 27 bracket pi meter square. So this is what they try to tell me for the rest of it. Yeah, I highlight for, I shaded for you guys. So isn't it the shaded region is actually this area? That's what they say lah. Will be planted with grass. So all the rest is the grass, okay? It's given that P is the midpoint of A and D. So P is the midpoint. So here and here same lah, okay? Actually, I know this one is 6x meter. So if this is 6x meter, isn't it? That means here is 3x meter, here is 3x meter. You better write out straight away. So when this one 3x meter, because this one is a quadrant, so isn't it the radius will be 3x? So I think this side also 3x lah. Write everything you know lah, okay? And then next they say the length of AB, the AB is twice, is equal. No need to think too much, just directly read. They say AB is equal twice, 2 times, okay, 2 times, twice the length of arc PQ. Isn't it 2 times the arc PQ? Okay, my dear. So this chapter, actually, if you continue to read, they say find the value of X, find the value of Y, I will say this question makes a bit of Form 5 chapter 1, circular measure, because you need to know what is arc, what is, circle, something like that. And then, but they are mainly Form 4 chapter 3. System of equation, one of the easiest chapter. So you need to know how to form the equation, then you guys will be able to know how to do it. So now, my dear, I know AB equals to 2 arc PQ. I think there's one equation. The area they give you on top, there's another equation. There you go, 2 equations. So my dear, AB length called what? Y. So I can call it Y. Y equals to 2 arc. You know what is arc, right, my dear? So arc PQ. PQ is actually the yellow color one. And arc is always, wait, I draw for you, like this is PQ. So arc, isn't it, is the curved part. So the outside length, we call it R. And R symbol is what? S. And S formula is what? R theta. S formula is R theta. So what is the R? The radius now, isn't it, is here, 3x. The theta is the angle. The angle just now we say is what? Quadrant, so it's 90-degree. So 90-degree, guys, will you sub 90-degree? No. Because this one, no sin cos tan, my dear. I hope your circular measure is good. Okay, so no sin cos tan must sub in red. So 90-degree in red is actually what? It's actually pi over 2. You should memorize one. Of course, you want to convert also can, but if you've got memorized, it's the easiest. Because you should know 360-degree is 2 pi. 180, pi. 90, pi over 2. That's why it will be pi over 2. Okay, so guys, if like that, isn't it this is 3 pi x? If I combine them together. Now, here you go, equation 1. So this is equation 1. Where is equation 2? The area. Lo. How do I do area, my dear? I want to find area of shaded region. This shaded region is so weird. Like, what shape is that? I don't know. So how do I find a weird shaded region? Do something not weird. Plus minus something not weird. You can find all these weird ones. So isn't it I can find the area of a rectangle minus the area of the quadrant. Then it will equivalent to 90x plus 27 pi. Make sense, my dear? So what is the rectangle? The rectangle, isn't it, will be the whole thing. So how do we find area for whole thing? Isn't it area for whole thing will be height times base? Okay, no? Quadrant, my dear, quadrant quite easy because quadrant is also like sector, right? So sector area formula, isn't it 1 over 2 r squared theta? Hopefully you guys all understand it. Now, let me sub. So the height is what? 6x. Okay, the height is 6x. The base is what? The base is y. Okay, the base is y. Minus 1 over 2. Okay, guys, you are minus what? The yellow one. Okay, how do we find the yellow one? The yellow color, guys, the radius, isn't it, is 3x. Put bracket, yeah. And then for the yellow color one, the angle, isn't it 90 degree? 90 degree in red, isn't it pi over 2? That is whatever I get so far lah. So 6 times x times y, 6xy. Okay, this one, 1 over, no, I should combine. 1 times pi, 2 times 2, 4. This one, squared it. 339x squared. Equivalent to the right side one. Okay, so this one, 6xy minus, open bracket lah, isn't it 9 over 4 pi x squared? Equivalent to 90x plus 27 pi. Even though very ugly, but it's fine, okay? This is my second equation. So now you want to find x and y, so many unknowns, a bit hard one, my dear. So all you guys need to do is sub now. Isn't it again, sub 1 into 2. So guys, I will sub this y into this y column. Can you guys all see that? I sub into there. So 6x is 6x. The y will become 6 pi x. So minus 9 over 4 pi x squared, equivalent to 90x plus 27 bracket pi. Okay, now open bracket, 3, 6, 18, pi is still pi, x squared. Isn't it, this is whatever we're getting so far. So for my left side, is both pi x squared. I think I can minus it. So 18 minus 9 over 4 pi x squared. I guess getting 63 over 4 pi x squared. Equivalent to the right side one. So it's not that hard. I got pi, you got pi, cut. Once I cut it, guys, isn't it, they look like a general form? So general form, everything move it to one side. So plus 90x, move it over minus 90x. Plus 27, move it over minus 27. Guys, you shouldn't straight away press calculator. Equation, every single general form, the equation must be in the simplest form. So whenever they are not simplest, please make it simplest. First, I will everyone times 4. I don't like fraction. So 90 times 4, 360. 27 times 4, I think is 108. So you thought done already? Nope, because if they can still simplify, you should simplify. 63 can divide by 9 not? Can or can everyone divide by 18? Cannot. My dear, divide by 9, babe. 63 divide by 9. Isn't it 7x squared? 360 divide by 9, 40. Can. 108 divide by 9, 12. Okay, guys, press calculator. One right side 2. Don't fall asleep, It's your SPM, you know, my dear. It's not mine. Don't fall asleep, okay? I guess getting 6 and negative 2 over 7. Done. So, guys, is the answer possible to be negative? No lah. X is what? Length, How length negative? So, bye-bye the negative. Rejected. So, guys, isn't it the answer will be 6? So, once you guys get the X, remember to find the Y. How do you find the Y? Sub back. You like equation 1, sub back to equation 1. You like equation 2, sub back to equation 2. Answer, you want to write in pi also can. You want to write in decimal also can. But I'll write in pi lah. And the X and Y is length. So guys, I write cm. Isn't it the answer is 6 cm and 18 pi cm. Wow. This question 7 marks. Isn't it very easy? Provided your basic you got, and then you can form the equation out correctly. Give it the marks. Here 1 marks. Here 1 marks. Definitely combine them 1 marks. Just now, sub this equation in 1 marks. Just now, this particular equation, I remember got 2 marks. 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 more marks, getting the general form, 7 marks. Now like that, 7 marks. Can? So far so good. Move on lah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay, guys, question 6. A chapter that you don't like, my dear. So, guys, this is what I look at it. No need to ask. Also, know Form 5, chapter 6. Quite a new chapter that you recently learned. Don't know whether you learn already or not, lah, but you should already learn, only start to do the whole paper, okay? So, my dear, this is Form 5, chapter 6, okay? Trigonometry function. So, my dear, for A is a proof questions. I always tell my students, proof questions, you do so much, only 2 marks. So, you always try, lah. But if cannot, lah, it's fine. You do others first. Got time, only come back. Because only 2 marks, sometimes legit, maybe you can't, okay? Sometimes it's really, it's not like you cannot. It's you didn't think in that way, okay? This question is a very good question to show you that you never think in that way, you cannot do it. But after I explain everything, you feel like, oh, makes sense. Everything when I teach, our students always feel like, oh, makes sense. But hello, makes sense does no use, Makes sense is just useless, because if you don't know how to think that way, even though you understand what I say, but you just understand it, you won't able to think the same way as me during the exam. So it's very important for you guys to learn how to think the way I think. Okay, my dear. So guys, let's go 8. So 8, they say cot x over 2 minus tangent x over 2, okay? They say equivalent to 2 cot x, okay? So whenever you do a proof question, you're going to start from one side, try to get another side. Normally, I tell my students to start from the complicated side. More things to do, got plus, minus, maybe you can combine, stuff like that. But if you start from right side, only one thing, how to generate plus minus out. So normally I will start from the complicated side, which is normally left side, okay? So my dad, now the left side, I try to reach the right side. How do I reach it? Okay, I normally don't straight away do one, okay? I like to have more choice, okay? Because I like to have choices. So I have more hints to know what can I do lah. So normally I want to know what is my answer. So now you guys all know your answer is 2 cot x. But cot, can I change to something else? Yes. Because cot don't have square, don't have 2, I don't think it's inside the formula. Therefore, the cot actually got a formula that you guys all can memorize on, isn't it? It's 1 over tangent x. So that means later on, if you guys got 1 over tangent x, also is able to get 2 cot x. But other than that, cot also got one more formula I hope all of you guys know, is cos x over sine x, okay? If you guys got memorize it. So that means later on, I get all the green color one, all make sense, okay? Then the problem is, how do I do this one? Okay, everyone look. So this one is cot, this one is tangent. So my future is either become tangent or sine cos. But since I don't have sine cos, I don't think I will opt for sine cos lah. So I will try to maybe make it tangent or make it all cot. But this is tangent. I don't think suddenly it will become cot. So I think I will focus everyone become tangent, okay? So guys, first, the cot. So the cot, isn't it, can become 1 over tangent. So guys, remember the angle follow one, isn't it? 1 over tangent x over 2 minus tangent x over 2. Now that's what I get, okay? So normally when you do a proof or anything about trigo lah, whenever you guys got a fraction, usually you guys will combine them together. How do you guys combine them together with fraction and non-fraction? You guys will make them same denominator. How do you guys make them same denominator? Nothing at the bottom over 1. So 1, how to have tangent x over 2? Then you guys will times tangent x over 2. When the bottom you times tangent x over 2, of course the top you must also times the same thing. Then only like that, they can become same denominator. Can you guys see that? Tangent x over 2, okay? So here you guys got 1. So these two you guys will combine. Tangent times tangent, tangent square. Guys, remember tangent x over 2 times tangent x over 2 is actually tangent square x over 2. So they like to put the square in the middle, but it represents the whole thing being square. I hope you guys remember that, okay? So this is whatever I get. But until here, I got a problem. I hope you guys know. This x over 2, it means they are half angle. So you have a half angle. But at the end, you want to get back a single angle. So half angle, how to become single angle? I always tell my students, definitely using formula. So what formula helping you? Let me look at all the trigonometry formula. So under the trigonometry formula, guys, I already see it. I don't know whether you saw it or not, but I saw it, my dear. Guys, under your what is that? Trigonometry formula, isn't it there's a formula called tangent 2a equals to 2 tangent a over 1 minus tangent square a. Isn't it this? It's a formula provided, correct? Maybe you tell me, teacher, not the same, my dear. If you guys attended, I don't know, okay? If you learn in school, okay? So half angle questions, my dear, you need to amend the formula. How do you guys amend it? Look, so now your questions is half angle, and single angle. So your question now in relation is 1x and half x, okay? 1x and half x. But the formula is 2x and 1x. Can I say it? Even though they are not the same, but their basic is the same because it's double of another one. So actually, 1x is double of half x. So the one they show, 2x is actually double of 1x. Make sense, right? So if they are just double, right, what can you guys do? You guys can amend the formula. Do you know all the formula can amend, right? So how do you guys amend, my dear? I will take the angle divide by 2. Repeat. It's like taking the angle divide by 2. I'm not taking everything over 2. No, 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 no. Only the angle. Please focus only got angle. Only those angle divide by 2. Only the circle green, my dear, okay? So tangent is tangent. No, I shouldn't use this pen. I use red. Tangent. 2a divided by 2. A lor. Correct? These 2 outside, still 2. Don't tell me, how teacher, why still 2? I say angle divided by 2. I never say outside divided by 2. Only the green one, angle divided by 2. So the a divided by 2, a over 2. This a divided by 2 is in a over 2. Okay. All the angle divided by 2. Guys, do you have a feeling? Guys, what feeling? Do you realize this one? Oi, agak look like this, my dear. Look very alike. Maybe you tell me, but teacher, why got 2 there? Okay. These 2 don't like, oh. Move it over. Isn't it times 2? Move it over, divide by 2. Isn't it then they can become this? Can you guys all see that? Then don't tell me, teacher, still not alike. You know what's the only difference? The one I have now and the one you can see here. Sorry, I write something wrongly. Here got a over 2. The one I write here and the one you guys can see there, the only difference is they terbalik. So guys, you can terbalik. Can. As long as left side one fraction, right side one fraction, they can flip together. So this one, if I flip 2 over tangent A. This one, if I flip 1 minus tangent square A over 2 over tangent A over 2. Wow. Don't you suddenly feel like, not that hard? So you guys' problem is always when you don't know how to do the questions, you keep thinking about how to amend the question. Maybe sometimes you think about how to amend the formula. So my dear, under the formula there, I know already, this whole yellow color one, it actually can become 2 over tangent A. Hey, can see, right? And guys, 2 over tangent A is actually what? 2 over tangent A isn't it look like this second choice? Oh, potential, eh? So isn't it the tangent A from the bottom move up? Isn't it? Is cot A. Guys, proudly write the word shown. You see? You can get this 1 marks. You can write this out 1 marks, 2 marks. So you see, the working is not very hard. It's just whether you can think the way that I just taught. Okay, let's move on. B1. B1 they say hand sketch. This chapter always like to ask sketch questions. Okay, so guys, they asked me to sketch this thing, this equation. Let me write down the equation for you guys first. Right, wrong. Okay, they ask you to sketch this equation. Okay, guys, from 0 to 360 degree. Okay, guys, how do you guys sketch it? Before you start to sketch it, please make sure your equation nice. Guys, the equation got chord. How do I sketch chord? I don't know. I only know how to sketch sin, cos, tan, sine, cos, tangent, correct? So now they got all the chord, then how do I do it? I hope you guys all know. They love, okay, normally if they got proof question, only they ask you to sketch, right? So when you don't know how to do the sketch, right? Normally they link back to the proof. How I assure about that? Because this question, I saw the word hands. You can always rely on this word, my dear. Hands is seterusnya. Seterusnya is just now like that. Seterusnya, now like this. So definitely continuous from just now. So my dear, don't tell me, but teacher, what if I cannot do just now? It's fine. You can do, cannot do. Also the answer provided. You can just look at the answer and try to convert to whatever you needed. Okay, all of you guys look, I use purple color. Based on the top, I know. Cot x over 2 minus tangent x over 2, isn't it equivalent to 2 cot x? Okay, my dear, even though I don't know how to get it, maybe, but I still able to do it. Okay, my dear, I still able to copy it down. Okay, then now, how do I continue move it? You see, cot x over 2, isn't it? And this cot x over 2, same. So isn't it this cot x over 2, I will stay here. Where the negative 2 cot x come from? On the next door. Plus, move it over, minus. Then, of course, this one, I can move it to this side. Minus, move it over, plus. Now, guys, this thing, isn't it look like this? So if they look like this, based on what I move around by myself, you also can do it one. Isn't it the inside can be tangent x over 2? Yes, suddenly solvable. So my dear, isn't it y equals to modulus tangent x over 2 modulus minus 1? Now, this is something you can draw. Sin, cos, tan, correct? So my dear, then how I normally draw? Remember, this is a question paper. This is the marking. This is the answer sheet. So answer sheet, normally I will draw a finalized one. So inside the exam paper, I will, chunting, I will draw it inside. So normally I chunting a few until I confirm only I draw a big one out. So guys, let's say this is the chunting part. I chunting here. So guys, how do we draw tangent graph? Okay, I hope you guys remember. Tangent graph, it look like a claw shape. Like that. I do have a video about trigonometry functions about drawing graph. You guys can watch the video somewhere. You guys find, okay, my dear. Trigonometry function, okay? So why remember to put it on top? I don't know, okay? If I remember, I'll put it on top. If I don't remember, you go and search yourself, okay? So guys, this is the tangent graph. This one, it's called tangent x graph. But guys, this is provided you are 1x. 1x means 1 period. But now you are half x. Half x means what? Half period. Now, my dear, 1 is like that. 2 is double of this. Half is half of this. So half of this is until here. So only draw this part. So guys, only this one and this one. Only these two. Okay? So this is tangent x over 2. Don't tell me, teacher, -1. No, not yet -1. Because, guys, you always start from the nearest one. So you done drawing tangent x over 2, right? Then tangent x over 2 outside got a modulus. Then please do the modulus first, okay, my dear? Modulus is the nearest to you. Please do the modulus. Modulus means everything positive. So the top one, stay on top. The bottom one, go to the top. Just everyone go to the top. That is the meaning of modulus. Modulus means semua positive. So negative jadi positive, positive, still positive. Okay, everyone on top. After everyone on top, you thought done. No, because why? You still got -1. -1 means everything move down one step. Please don't tell me, teacher, is it until 1? No. Tangent graph is always until infinity. So it's not until 1, my dear. So they say -1, you just move down the starting part. So starting is 0, right? If you move down one step, isn't it -1? So imagine it, you move down one step, it's still the same shape, you know. It's just one step down. Guys, I done drawing already. And remember, every single graph is from 0 until 360. Whatever they write at the side is always 0 to 360. But of course, what they write at the side represent. Okay, guys, sorry. I don't know why just now the video stopped, but then I'm back, okay, my dear? So remember, every single equation is from 0 to 360, no matter what they say. But what they write at the side is showing you what they actually want to see. So 0 to 360, that means they want to see 0 to 360. That means this whole thing they want to see lah. Next time, if you see 0 to 180, you should just draw half of whatever you're drawing, you know. So every single time, draw the whole thing out, which is 0 to 360. Then after that, based on what they purposely listed at the side, to knowing what is your final look of the graph, okay? Final size of the graph. So now, please draw it out. So guys, normally I draw it out using pencil. I just didn't using pencil, okay? But yeah, please use pencil, okay? So, but guys, when you draw it out, right? If you want to make sure the point is very, very nice, you can draw like a very, very light line boxes so that you guys can draw out a very nice scale. But of course, it's not necessary to draw like that. But after a student teach me about this, I mean, the school teacher teach them about this method, I feel like this is a good way for you guys to see the size, because I see some of you guys don't have the art sense. Then you guys draw out quite ugly, my dear. I hope you guys all can draw out a very nice one. So I will actually find it out nicely. So here 180 meter is 90, 180 and 360 meter is 270. So guys, you will start from -1. So guys, remember the middle here. Guys, you don't feel any different, but already been kicked out from the meeting a few times, but now mind, okay, now I'm back, okay, guys? So guys, for this one, okay, we continue to draw, okay? So I normally draw the scale, I feel like it's more accurate, okay? So by the remember, you are drawing this orange color one, okay? So you were starting from -1. Remember, 180 is actually pata one. The pata part is because the max error, okay? So that means when you draw it out, they will actually go up. Sorry, why I draw dot line? So they will actually go up and turn like that. Okay. Actually, when I draw, I'm not too sure whether I will touch 90 degree or not. So you know how you can check or not. You can always check when you know, my dear. 90 degree, okay? Remember, you can sub back to the equation. Try to press, So you guys can press tangent 90 over 2, which is tangent 45 lah. So tangent 45 modulus -1. Try to press. Tangent 45, 1. After modulus, still 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Oh, means what? That means 90 that time, I will touch origin. I will touch here. Isn't it? That means the blue color curve will go like this. Wait, I better draw nicely. Like that. Okay, like that. So if 90, you will touch 270, 100%, you will touch also. Not like that. So this is how the curve look like. Can you see how perfect the curve is? I don't know whether you guys know whether I could perfect or not, but I got check on it, 100% perfect lor. So my dear, isn't it? This is how the graph look like. Done. So this graph done already. Okay, guys, let's move on to the second part. So the second part I do here, yeah. Second part, they say there's no solution. Because you remember, under this particular chapter, normally after you guys sketch the graph, they like to ask you number of solution. Number of solution means what? How many intersection points? So now they say no solution. That means what? Number of solution equals 0. That means instead of ask you the number of solution, they give you the number of solution. So they say number of solution 0. They say obtain if y equals to m. Okay, y equals to m is sketched at the same axis. So you guys are going to draw y equals to m on this particular graph such that m is a constant, okay? Now they want to find the range of m. Range means your answer got bigger, smaller sign, okay? So guys, how do you guys do this one? Okay, remember guys, normally after you draw the curve, you guys normally will draw a straight line. I cannot guarantee it's a straight line, but 99% is a straight line. So straight line normally is called y equals to mx plus c. But all of you guys look, this equation, I don't think they are a slanted straight line. They are straight line, but they are not slanted. You know why I'm so sure? Because slanted straight line called y equals to mx plus c. Do you realize you need to have an x? Do you have an x now? No. So remember, if you guys got y equals to mx plus c, you're always slanted like that. Okay? If you only got y, there's no x, then you are a horizontal line. If you only got x, but you have no y, then you are a vertical line. So now you only got y or no x, you are a horizontal line. So where do I draw the horizontal line? Listen now, guys. Will I draw here? No. If I draw here, I will have 2 intersection points. I want 0 intersection point. So please don't tell me, teacher, here, 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 here. No. All got 2. Then don't tell me, teacher, then maybe I draw up here. Guys, no. Because this graph go up to infinity. So definitely every single point on top, all you got point. All you guys got number of solution. So quite obvious, the one that no number of solution is at the bottom. So isn't it all the bottom empty, right? So empty, obviously, all the bottom don't have number of solution. So all the bottom got so many, you write out everything out. Of course, no lah. So you know it's all at the bottom. So guys, all the bottom one, isn't it is lesser than -1. So you can straight away say the y need to be lesser than -1. But you say y equals to m, isn't it? That means I can write m lesser than -1. Just like that. Dun, 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 done. Show you guys the marks, my dear. You sketch the graph correctly, 3 marks. You write this equation out correctly. I mean, you get this answer out, 1 marks. 4, 2, this question worth 6. Done. See? Not that hard. I hope you feel like it's not that hard, okay? Let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That next one, question 7. They say a discrete counselor construct a parabolic. Parabolic means balance one, okay? Balance happy face, balance sad face, parabolic. Parabolic steel frame to hang a banner. So now you have a frame so that you can hang a banner there. Diagram 3 shows the front view of a steel frame. So this is actually the front view of it. So now they say here, a rectangle banner ABCD will hung at points C and D such that CD is a horizontal. So the banner you will hung there, I think this is the banner. So the CD is horizontal, it's not sengit one, okay? It's horizontal. Next one, the height AB from the ground level is 1 meter. So guys, AB, okay, from the ground is 1 meter. So that means the gap here is 1 meter. Okay, next, the edge is the corner. The edge A and B are tied vertically to the G and H respectively. So the A and B is vertical up from G and H. So every single thing vertical, horizontal is not sengit lah, okay? They just try to tell you not sengit lah, okay? So it's given that the gradient function. I straight away know already, my dear. This question under Form 5, Chapter 2, differentiation. Do you guys remember gradient function called what? Very good, called dy dx. For those who not very good, then I don't know lah, okay? So my dear, dy dx is 6 minus 2x, okay? So they try to tell me dy dx is 6 minus 2x. That's the gradient function of the curve, okay? So then they never tell you the curve equation, but they tell you the curve gradient, okay? Now they say the distance from G to H is 2 meter. G to H, here to here. Wait, 2p meter. Okay, my dear, 2p meter. I don't write meter lah. Scared you confuse. Write number alone, okay? Now like that, okay? This is whatever they say, So guys, the first one, A1. A1, they say show. Oh, I need to write shown again. Show that the distance EH is this answer. So you need to tell them E to H here to here is 3 plus P. Okay, guys, how do I show it? Okay, my dear, I hope you guys understand. Every single time, for 5 chapter 2, for 5 chapter 3, oh no lah, just MX lah, okay? They always like to give you some real life thing. Like, you definitely did those questions before one. They throw a lompat peluru, or maybe there's a bridge. So always is a parabola shape, happy face, sad face. So normally happy face, sad face, because they are object, so they are real one. But if they want to apply in MX, they should be inside the Cartesian plane. But they never draw you the Cartesian plane, so you better draw yourself. How do you guys draw yourself? Okay, I cannot guarantee, but normally, okay, whenever you're doing Form 5 Chapter 3 integration, that means area volume, right? Because the volume, they want to turn, right? So always parabolic, they like to put the y-axis in the middle. Because in the middle, then you can turn equally, right? Then easier to do lah. But always under, differentiation or normal Form 4 Chapter 2 quadratic function, right? You will put the y-axis on the starting part. So for now, I will put the origin on the starting part, which you should. You don't know, then gone already, my dear. So you put the y-axis there. Then maybe you tell me, teacher, the x-axis there, unless they mention. If they never mention, the x-axis is always the ground. Okay, so this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, okay, my dear? Then after that, you guys already know this curve equation is this one. I think this is the only thing you guys having so far. So with this, my dear, I know the height here is 1. And I know nothing. I know nothing already. So I don't think with this, I can suddenly find the EH distance, right? So is there any other thing I can write out myself? Yes. Okay, what kind of thing I can actually find out? Okay, not write out. I think this is everything I can write out already. So what else I can find out, my dear? Remember, every single curve, happy face, sad face, the most important is always the turning point. Turning point is the maximum median point. For my curve now, I got a maximum point. So is it possible for me to find a maximum point answer out? Yes, because under differentiation, you guys learned before. Maximum point coordinate, isn't it dy dx equals 0. Maximum, isn't it dy dx equals 0. So now this question, they tell me dy dx equals to 6 minus 2x. I no need to even differentiate it. I just let it 0. I let it 0, negative 2, move it over positive 2. Divide, move it over times. Oh, this point is 3. But do I have the y? Don't know. You don't have the equation, you cannot find the y. So you only got the x. But at least I know dot, 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 dot. This is 3 here. Wow, quite make sense, oh? And guys, if I like that, because you are parabola, that means you're balanced. So if you're balanced, this line definitely cut the rectangle into half. So if you into half, right, my dear, this, okay, here to here is 2p. Isn't it? That means here and here should be the same. So 2p cut to half, isn't it? Here will be p. Here will be p. So I suddenly know this part also. Because if middle is p, and here to here, the gap is p. So the right side blue color will be 3 plus p, because you are increasing, you are right side of 3. So it should be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be 3 plus p. Then for the left side, this gap is p. So you are 3, but you are more left to the p, 3. So isn't it, you should be 3 minus p. Okay? I think you guys already know the answer. Okay, everyone see? Now this question want to find the distance from E to H. So E sini, H sini. Isn't it to find the distance from here to here? So I already write out here. Here 0, here 3 plus p. So the gap in between is EH equals to 3 plus p meter. Shown. Dun, 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 dun. Guys, you need to know how to do this. Okay, this is the way of you doing it. So this one done. Let's move on to second part. Second part, they say hence. Therefore, you see, got the one hence 100% continue from just now one, okay? So express the area L. So don't put A, okay? The L called area. So they will find area of the banner. Okay, in term of P. So guys, you're going to find the area of the banner, they call it L. So how do I find area of the banner? My dear, area is like that. So area for a rectangle. So area for rectangle formula, isn't it height times base? Correct, my dear? So what is the height? Don't have. What is the base? The base, I think, is 2p. Okay? So now I think I need to find the height out. How do I find the height out, my dear? I think now you legit need to have the y value lah. So how do you guys find out the y value? You guys need to have the curve equation. So how do you guys get the curve equation, my dear? Okay, I hope you guys all remember your form. Wait, your form 5 chapter 3 also. That means this question definitely mixed with differentiation. They like to mix together with integration. So I hope you guys know curve equation always called y. So how dy dx become y? Now, you guys know this basic or not? Y become dy dx, calling it differentiation. Dy dx, how to convert to y? Integration. So dy dx want to convert to y, you integrate it, okay? Should I do it here? Do it here lah. 6 minus 2x integrated, okay? Hope you guys know how to integrate. Power plus 1 divide. So 0 plus 1, 1 over 1. 1 plus 1, 2 over 2. Every time integrate, no number to sum. Must write plus c. Isn't it the equation 6x minus x squared plus c? But is this the correct equation? No, because why? They got a c there. So what can I do? Make the c disappear. How do I sub the c? How do I make the c disappear? Sub. Sub what? Sub any point that touching the curve. So guys, your curve isn't it this yellow color one? So this yellow color curve got passes through what? Origin. 0, 0. This means I can sub 0, 0 inside. So if I sub 0, 0 inside, do you guys getting your C is actually 0? So I think all of you guys know now. The straight line equation I write here, y equals to 6x minus x squared plus 0. Now guys, you have the yellow color, you have the curve equation already. So maybe you tell me, then teacher got curve equation, then how do I find the height? Can find. You know why not? The base of the rectangle, wait, I put color, I scared you guys cannot see. So the rectangle, okay? So the rectangle base, you guys already know is 2p. That one, no argument lah. But you need to know the height. How do you guys know the height, my dear? To know the height, don't you feel like you need to find coordinate D or coordinate C? So how do we find coordinate D, coordinate C? Okay, let's focus on coordinate D lah. So coordinate D, can I find it out? Can. Because when I look down, I already know the X is 3 minus P. I just don't know the Y. You see, I just don't know the Y. I think I can find out the Y. Because if I know the X is 3 minus P, isn't it I can sub into my curve equation and find out the Y. You see, after you have the equation, everything can find out. So Y equivalent to 6, 3 minus P minus 3 minus P square. So let me expand it. 6 times 3, 18, 6 times P, 6P. This one using general form, expand it. 3, 3, 9, negative, negative, positive, P square. 2 times this, isn't it negative 6P in the middle? So negative 6P, negative, positive, negative, 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 positive, negative, positive, negative. So it's negative 6P plus 6P, bye-bye. 18 minus 9, 9 minus P squared, got it. That means when my X is 3 minus P that time, my Y is 9 minus P. So my I can write out for you already. The Y here is 9 minus P squared. So that means the height here is 9 minus P squared. So guys, if here to here, 9 minus P squared, I just need the blue color part. So do I have the bottom one? Yes, I know the bottom is 1 ma. So if I know the bottom is 1, my dear, therefore, this blue color part, isn't it, would be 9 minus P square minus 1. So I write the working here. Isn't it 9 minus P square minus 1 times 2P? Not bad, right? I hope you understand everything I say. 9 minus 1, 8 minus P square times 2P. 2 times 8, 16P. 2P times this, negative 2P cubed. That, you see? They want me to express L in terms of P. I think that will be the answer. Done. Let me show you guys the marks, okay? The moment you guys do dy dx equals 0, 1 marks. You're getting 3 plus P shown, 1 marks. Just now you guys can sub it in and getting the Y coordinate definitely got 1 marks. And then you integrate it and getting the equation for the curve getting 1 marks. You guys can do height times base getting 1 marks. You're able to get the L answer getting another 1 marks. There you go, 6 marks. So differentiation integration, you cannot tell me, teacher, I don't know, never mind, since I can choose. No, they will come out in section A also. It's like compulsory question. So please learn these 2 chapters. Do I have it? Yes, differentiation chapter, I have a playlist of it, full version. Integration, I think I also got it, okay? Yes, I have a seminar version. Yes, got it, okay, my dear. You guys can go and watch it, okay? Next one, B, they say what? If the cost to make the banner is 40 ringgit per meter square, so every single loss area, okay, every single size, okay, every single meter square, it'll be 40 ringgit. Now they say calculate the total cost to the nearest RM to make the banner such that the area is this maximum. So guys, the keyword is what? Maximum. Do you remember under differentiation? Okay, you're gonna remember whenever you see the word maximum minimum in maximum minimum turning point, what formula you remember? dy dx equals 0. So under differentiation now, whenever I ask you to find maximum, minimum, that means dy dx equals 0. But my dear, you shouldn't write dy. Because after all, I'm talking about area maximum. I never say y maximum. But area for this chapter is L lah. So that means you can write dl dx equals 0. But do I really write dx? No. Because I realized just now my L questions are, you see? Just now I done my L, right? So my L equation, isn't it, is in term of P. So if my L equation in term of P, write dl dp. So you guys can write dl dp equals 0, okay? So whenever they're maximum, that means that dl dp will equal 0. So what can you do? You guys can differentiate the L equation. Okay, let me differentiate it. So dl dp. Differentiate times minus 1. This one is what? 1 times 16, 16. Power minus 1, no more p. 3 times negative 2, negative 6. Power minus 1, 2. Now that's my dl dp. Okay, and dl dp, they say what? Equals 0. Isn't it? Can equal 0. Move around. Negative, move it over positive. Times 6, move it over, divide by 6, 8 over 3. So square, move it over square root. So guys, I think you guys will get plus minus 1.633. Okay, my dear? But of course, P cannot be negative because it's height. So isn't it? It will be 1.633. So that means when my P is 1.633, right? Then I will reach the maximum area. Okay, my dear. So now I want to know what is the cost if they are maximum area. So I already know the maximum P is 1.633. But maximum P no useful. I want to know the size, and the size will be the area. So with this maximum P, you should sub inside the L to find the maximum L. So you see, this is your L equation. Correct, my dear? So you should sub 1.633 inside. So you're able to find out when the maximum at P is 1.633, what is your L answer? That's the concept of it. So 16 bracket 1.633 minus 2 bracket 1.633 square. Isn't it getting 20.794622? But you guys can write like that. Every single answer, you either write 4 decimal places or two decimal places or 4 significant figure, whichever more detailed. So 20.79 is the most detailed already with 2 decimal places and 4 significant figure. So you can write like that, okay? 20.79. And what is the unit? Meter cube. So that means a meter square. What cube lah? So my dear, so that means this will be the maximum area. So next time, remember, dy dx equals 0, you will get the maximum answer. So you get the maximum answer, but if you're not finding that maximum, you want to find another maximum, you just sub it in, you will get another one. So I already know the maximum area for this question is 20.79 meters squared, but don't stop here. I'm not finding the maximum area. I want to find the total cost of it. So my dear, how do I find the cost instead of just the area? So I know the cost is actually 40 ringgit for every single meter square. So now your meter square is what? 20.79. So it's only 40 ringgit times 20.79. Oh, it will actually cost me 831 ringgit and 60 cents. Do you guys get that? Do I press wrongly? Feel like I pressed wrongly. 16 divided by 6, 8 over 3, square root it, 1.633, and then times 16 minus 2 bracket cube. 16, 1.633 minus 2, 1.633 cube. Oh, I pressed wrongly. You guys must be shouting there, right? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I worry you. Okay, my dear? So guys, these are 17.42. Is that what you guys getting? 17.42. Quite obvious I pressed wrongly lah, okay. Times 40. Do you guys get 696 ringgit and 74 cents? Now, my dear, money only got 2 decimal places, but please don't stop there because the question say nearest RM. Nearest RM, that means no cent. So 0.74 will round up. It's only 697 ringgit. Dun, 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 that. There you go, another 4 marks. Here, 1. Okay, getting 1.6331. This answer 1, getting 697.1, another 4 marks. 4 marks plus the top, another 6 marks. Wow, this question worth 10. Oh, is it a choosing question? No, it's not an optional question. Under section A, but 10 marks. Dun, 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 done. So far, so good. Let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pay attention, okay? So guys, section B. Section B, 4 questions. You can choose 3. Okay, you will pick 3. Okay, which 3? I don't know lah. Depends on you lah. Okay, but I think you guys' favorite is linear law. But linear law quite easy to lose marks also. So you better practice lah. Okay. Question 8 got one problem. Okay, I don't know why, but they typed wrongly. This is not OB, guys. This is BQ. Can you change it? The answer scheme I saw is finding BQ. Okay, change it. Let's get started. The moment I look at the question, I straight away know lah. This question under Form 4, Chapter 8. A chapter that you guys quite good if they are basic questions. And I think these are basic questions. Diagram 4 now shows the triangle OPQ and the straight line OAC. Yep, can see that. Next one, they say point P lies on the straight line OQ. Can see that. OC equals to 3OA. Now that is always a ratio. So ratio, always write them as a fraction. OC is here. Times OA, move it over, divide by OA. 3 is here. Nothing at the bottom is 1. So that means the top one ratio, the bottom one equivalent to the top one ratio, the bottom one. So now I know OC is 3. Right nicely. OC is holding a place 3. OA is what? This one 1. If that one 1, this one 3, I think AC is 2 lah. So the ratio is 1, 2. Okay, write out nicely. Next one they say English. O go to A is A. O go to A is A. Put arrow. Arrow is very important because when you terbalik, you're going to put a negative. So OB is B. So guys, O go to B is B. AP equals to 1 over 3AB. Remember, that is what? Ratio again. Ratio, make it a fraction. So AP times AB, move it over, divide by AB. Isn't it the top one ratio, the bottom one equivalent to the top one ratio, the bottom one? So AP is 1. So my dear, A to P. I think I need to draw a straight line. Draw myself lah. Okay. So my dear, A to P is 1. So this one is 1. Okay. A to B is 3. My dear, A to B is whole thing. Whole thing 3. This one 2. Okay, my dear. It can then rub off this. Look very confusing. Okay, don't like so many things. My dear, okay, like that. Okay. So next one, what else they give? OQ equals to KOP. This one no need to write. This one can stay like that. Later on, can straight away use. If you want to write a ratio out, also can, if you like that. Do you need it? I think no need lah. Okay, my dear, just like that. Okay. So guys, now let me highlight those the one that I got vector. So this one I already know is B. This one I already know is A. Can I know more? Yes. Then if you can know more, write more. See, my dear, this line is 1A. 1 ratio 1A. Hello, 2 ratio 2A lor. But same direction, my dear. Isn't it this line? Also, you guys got the vector now. So everything come with a vector now. I think now you guys can start A1. A1, they say find OP in terms of A and B. So guys, O walk to P. How O walk to P? You can O walk to B, B walk to P. Or you can O walk to A walk to P. Answer same one. I like the top one. So O walk to P, P walk to B. Anything you guys prefer lah, but I like O, P, P, B lah. O go to P is actually just a single B. How about P go to B? P go to B, sorry, not P go to B. It's B go to P. Sorry, I write wrongly. BP. Okay, my dear. So how do I find BP? Isn't it B walk to P? Okay, B walk to P, definitely you don't have the vector, but you do have the ratio. So I always teach my students writing ratio, always write as a fraction. Don't straight away write the fraction because sometimes if they go harder, maybe you don't know how to do. So that's how I do. Okay, I show you. So B go to P, the ratio is 2. So you write 2 on top. After you write top, write bottom. No, write the side first. Side always write the person who same direction as you. So actually, who same direction as BP? Got PA, got BA. So of course, you can put PA also can, you can put BA also can. But normally, I put the one that I'm able to find the answer out, which I think I can find BA later because I can BOOA. So isn't it BA is something possible to find? Then write BA. Don't tell me, teacher, can I write AB? No, because BP coming down, BA must coming down. Direction all must same one. So remember, you will write BP ratio on top, you will write BA ratio at the bottom. So B to A ratio is what? Here 2, here 1, isn't it BA whole line, the ratio is 3. So that means BP, this one is 2 out of 3 of the whole line, which actually it look like 1 also. Okay, so this 3. So my dear, B plus 2 over 3. So I need to find BA now. But do I have BA already? No, can find yourself. Isn't it can B go to O, O go to A. So I can B walk to O, O walk to A. Okay, so B plus 2 over 3. So B go to O is the terbalik of this, negative B. O go to A is following of this, a positive A. So now let me expand it. Expand it. Negative 2 over 3B plus 2 over 3A. Now this whatever I got. So 1 minus 2 over 3. I guess getting 1 over 3B plus 2 over 3A. Dun, 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 dun. That's my OP answer. I think there you go, 2 marks. Here 1 marks, and then this particular part 1 marks. Okay, second one, they want to find BQ. So guys, now they want to find BQ in terms of K, A, and B. Guys, remember, they want to have K. Where the K come from? The K come from here. You're going to use this box information. This box called what? Called OQ. I think you're going to die using OQ. So now they want to find from B walk to Q. So B walk to Q, guys, but you need to use the green line. And the green line called OQ. So can you guys see a triangle law? Remember paper 1, I taught you guys a triangle law. Same thing. So isn't it B walk to Q? You guys can from B. Sorry, wrong pen. Can from B walk to O. Then from O walk to Q. Isn't it that will be BQ? So B walk to O is what? Terbalik of this. Isn't it negative B? Then O walk to Q Isn't it O walk to Q is the green color one? The green color one, isn't it KOP? Can So negative B plus K. OP. How do I get OP? OP, just now you did it. Isn't it just sub it in? 1 over 3B plus 2 over 3A. See, quite easy, negative B. Open it. 1 over 3KB plus 2 over 3KA. Now, this is not the answer, my dear. The answer shouldn't be like that one. Always when you write a vector out, your answer should in terms of 1B, 1A. So only 1A good, but if got a lot of B, you need to factorize it. So this B I pull out, negative 1. This B I pull out, positive 1 over 3K. Now, this is the one that I should be getting. There's another 2 marks from here. This answer 1 marks, this working here 1 marks. It's sometimes the marks will go to the BO plus OQ, this wording one, my dear. So it's very important for you guys to write everything out. Like, better don't skip step, okay? So next, move on. B. B, they say, hence, find the value of H and K. Where the H come from? They say if BQ equals to HBC, such that H is a constant. So suddenly they give you another thing called H. Okay, let's see where's the H. So H is for BQ. So guys, BQ, isn't it, is this blue line, correct? How do you guys do it? Actually quite easy, because you know why? The one they give you is BQ. And the one that you did just now also BQ. If both of them also called BQ under the same question, isn't it their vector should be the same? So one of it I copy on the left. Another one I copy on the right. And both of them should be the same. If both of them also calling it BQ. Okay, so my dear, do I have the BC vector? I think yes. B to C vector, wait. Oh, I don't have it. But never mind, can find. So guys, how do I find BC? Isn't it I can from B walk to O walk to C. B walk to O walk to C. So B walk to O is the value of this or negative B. O walk to C, here A, here to A, whole line will be 3A. 3A. Sorry, expand it. So negative HB plus 3HA equals to negative 1 plus 1 over 3KB plus 2 over 3KA. Now up to here. Now can combine them together. Left side got 1B, right side got 1B. The one in front of B and the one in front of B should be the same. Isn't it negative H equals to negative 1 plus 1 over 3K? Then this side, here got 1A, here got 1A. My this chapter vector always using compare one. Because if not, they got too many unknown. So please don't tell me, teacher, why compare? Guys, if you don't compare, you got what? A, B, H, K, 4 unknowns. Until tomorrow morning, still got 4 unknowns. How to do all? Of course, need to compare, okay, my dear? So now, let's move around. So negative, I move it over. Everyone times negative, okay? Negative, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, negative. Now, I can call this equation 1. I don't like the fraction. 9H equals to 2K lah. Equation 2. So now we can do the simultaneous equation, okay? Hopefully your substitution is good. Isn't it? Now we can sub 1 into 2. I'll draw for you like that, okay? So 9. The H, isn't it 1 minus 1 over 3K equivalent to 2K? 9 times 1, 9. 9 times this one, isn't it 3K equivalent to 2K? So minus 3K, move it over plus 3K. Times 5, move it over, divide by 5. Do you guys K or get? 9 over 5. After getting your K, find your H is not a dream lah. Sub inside, isn't it 9 over 5? So 1 minus cut, I think 3 over 5. Do you guys H answer getting 2 over 5? Done. Another, wow, 5 marks from here. That is a lot. So my dear, this answer 1, this answer 1. Combine them together. Or substitution here 1, this one 1. There's another 1 marks. Or sub them in 1. Done. Okay, let's move on. C. C, very easy one. They say they will find the ratio BQQC. I don't know whether you guys should knowing it, but whenever they say they are parallel, I always ask my students to use a thing called lambda. The lambda actually represent their ratio, because whenever they are parallel, they potential to have ratio. If you non-parallel, cannot have ratio. So lambda always represent the ratio. So whenever they ask you to find the ratio for these two person, you just in between of these two person, put a lambda. Okay, like that. Can you see my pencil one? You put a lambda there, you able to get the lambda, you able to get the ratio. But this question, I decided not to find the lambda at all, because I think I found it already. You know why I'm so sure I found it already? Because I have this one. I can just use my B equation just now. Can you guys see the H? It's legit the same position as the lambda. Actually, the H is actually the lambda. It's just they don't use lambda, they use H instead. Maybe you tell me, but teacher, BQ, correct lah. But my one is BC, yours is QC, where got same? Same. You know why same? Now guys, you look carefully. BQQC. BQC. Isn't it talking about this line? BQC. Correct? Then this one talking about BQBC. BQBC. Isn't it talking about the same line? So even though both of them using different name, but they are still using BQC, these 3 person. So they are talking about the same straight line. Okay, so you're able to do it. Let me show you guys. Let me surprise you. Okay, very, very easy one. So guys, now you just need to find a H, and you no need to find already because you found it here. Isn't it 2 over 5 BC? You want a ratio. Make it a fraction. So divide, move up. Times, move over, divide. Isn't it the top one ratio the bottom one? Equivalent to the top one ratio the bottom one. So maybe you tell me, but teacher, you never want that. Teacher, I want BQQC. You really can find one, trust me. So guys, all of you guys look, pink color, BQ is 2. That means this one is 2. BC is 5. That means this one is 5. Isn't it QC? You suddenly straight away know it's 3. Isn't it that's how easy they are? So now you want what? BQ. BQ is 2. QC. Oh, QC is 3. At the end, you're still able to find the ratio 2, 3 out. 1 mark. Super easy one. Just like that. Dun, 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 that 10 marks. So far, so good. Paper 2 not that bad, right? Still you like understand. Maybe just a part of pieces you don't understand, but it's not like paper 1 like so hard. Okay, so let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Move on. Next questions. 9. They say the mass of a police cadet member in a school is normally distributed with a mean of 60 kg. Guys, I read until here. I straight away know it's under Form 5, Chapter 5. Correct? Probability distribution. So guys, probability distribution only got 2 things, normal and binomial. So the moment I see the word normal, I know already lah. Gonna use this table. Okay, my dear? So guys, now they say what? The mean is 60 kg. So they try to tell you averagely people are 60 kg there okay? So next one, is given that the probability, wow, got give you probability probability a police cadet member chosen at random from the school have a mass less than, normally I write down one. My dear, whenever they give you probability, you just don't write P equals to 0.9772. Very easy to wrong one. So you must write the description of what probability you're talking about for now. So now they say the probability is the mass less than 61 kg. Isn't it equals to 0.9772? Okay? So my dear, this is whatever they give okay? I already write out, okay? So now let's move on. A1, they say, no. A first lah. They say if 8 police cadet members are chosen at random. So my dear, they choose among 8. That means maximum 8. Do you have more than 8? No. That means N is 8, okay? They say find the probability. So first one, they say find the probability. Find the probability all the 8 members have the mass less than 61 kg. Isn't it? Find all the 8 members mass less than 61 kg. So maybe you tell me, teacher, is this still normal? No, you are correct. This is a binomial. Don't tell me, but teacher, the question say normal. My dear, they say normal. But now when you do it, isn't it something countable? Why can count? Because you're talking about out of 8 cadet police, you want 8 member have this mass. So 8 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 can count one, right? So it's countable. So it's under binomial. Okay, maybe this question got tell normal, but it's maybe not for this part, for next part. Okay, but this is a binomial. Okay, so my dear, they say all 8. Isn't it your requirement is X? They say all 8. Do they say 7, 6, 5, 4, 1? No. Do they say more than, less than? No. That means it's equals to 8. So binomial distribution, isn't it using this formula? NCRP power R Q power M minus R. Hopefully you guys all remember that. So I got 8 people now. I want 8 people success. So what's the probability of success? See what is success now? If they say find 8 boy is success. 8 girl is success. 8 people pass, then pass is success, okay? But now they say what? They want 8 people have the mass less than 61 kg. That means probability for mass less than 61 kg is success. So now your success is here. So isn't it probability for the mass less than 61 kg is 0.9772. So this part, you guys should put 0.9772. And then I got 8 of them like that. Then probability of not success, probability of not less than 61 kg, isn't it will be 1 minus 0.9772. I guess getting 0.0228. Cannot? Isn't it this one will be 0.0228. 8 of them, all 8 of them less than 61 kg, 0 of them more than 61 kg. Now, let me press calculator. I guess getting 0.8315. Dun, 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 dun. Second part. Second part, they say what? Find the probability, same thing lah. At most, 6 members have the mass less than 61 kg. So my dear, at most 6, isn't it still countable? 6, 5, 4, it's not like 6, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, human. So countable is still binomial, okay? So how do you guys do it? Same thing. This time you guys won't write equal because they say what? At most. At most means maximum. If I say you at most get 10A, can you get 11A? No, because you're only taking 10 subjects. That's the meaning of it, okay? So at most 10, that means maximum 10. So now they say at most 6, maximum 6. Maximum 6, that means can you more than 6? No. You can less. You can 6, but you cannot more than 6. Lesser and equals to 6. So how do you guys do it, my dear? Remember, whenever they list out like that, whenever they say more than, less than, you guys got a lot of possibility. You guys gonna write out one by one. So lesser and equals to 6 got 6. Less got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't forget 0. Wow, a lot. Who want to do one by one? So the best choice is 1 minus. Very good. 0 to 6 all included. What is not included? 7. And also 8. So just minus off these two. So now 8 people, 7 of them success. What is their success? They are still talking about mass less than 61 kg. So still the blue color one, isn't it 9.772? So I got 7 of them. Then don't have less 0.0228. Got 1 of them. And then for this property x equals to 8, just now I already did it. Isn't it? Can straight away sub inside. So 1 minus 8c7 bracket 0.9772 power 7 bracket 0.0228 minus, sorry, press wrongly, 228 minus 0.8315. Okay, I guess getting 0.01329. So guys, remember, either writing 4 significant figure or 2 decimal places, whichever more detailed. So you see, you write 2 decimal places, isn't it not detailed enough? 0.01 is like 1, correct? So then you will write 4 significant figure. So 0 doesn't count as significant figure, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 significant figure. That. So far, so good. This is just A. Let's move on B. Now, my dear, I have 5 marks here. Here 1, here 1, here 1. This one 2. Okay, my dear. So there you go, 5 marks. Another 5 marks. Quite easy, right? These 5 marks. So B, they say, if a police cadet member is chosen at random, just choose a one. Okay. They say find the probability that the mass is less than 60.5 kg. My dear, I know this question is normal already. You know why? Kg, mass. Mass, is it countable? No. Just now it's not talking about mass. Just now it's talking about human. 8 human, I want 8 human this weight. 8 human, I want at most 6 human this mass. Isn't it? That's what we do just now. But now it's not talking about human already because you're talking about a police cadet member. You only choose one. So that person, you only choose whether that person is what kg. So kg, isn't it got 60.5 kg, got 60.4, 60.44, 60.444, 60.44444. Isn't it got a lot of decimal? It's continuous one. So continuous is always under normal distribution. Remember, okay? Binomial is countable one. Normal is continuous one. Okay? So for this continuous one, how do I do it? So same thing. Everything you want to find, I always call x. So less than, isn't it smaller than 60.5 kg? Correct? Since you know this is actually continuous, so that means they are normal. Normal, that means you want to use the table. Then the table only support Z. So isn't it must change it to Z. Hopefully you guys remember the Z is always taking your X minus your mean divided by your standard deviation. So do you guys have your X now? Yes. I mean mean now. Yes. The question already tell you the mean is what? 60. Isn't it? You can put 60. But you have a biggest problem now, which is you don't have the standard deviation. Do the question ever provide? No. If they don't provide, can you find out? Yes. You know why or not? So guys, this one they're asking for 60.5 kg. Do you remember this question actually got give you the probability for 61 kg just now? You can use that terbalik, find out the standard deviation first. Why I can terbalik find? Okay, I write for you first. So probability for the mass less than 60 kg just now, isn't it, is 0.9772. Isn't it, this is whatever they provide already. And that one is not talking about human one. It's talking about what is your mass. So mass got decimal, so it's continuous, okay? So isn't it probability, mass is x, less than 60 kg. Isn't it equivalent to 0.9772? It's obviously same like how we do just now lah. So again, because they are continuous, I will change it to z. Isn't it taking your x minus your mean divided by your standard deviation? Why I write 60? It's 61. So sorry, 61. 61, 61, 61. So my dear, isn't it equivalent to 0.9772? So probability Z lesser than 1 over standard deviation equals to 0.9772. Now, my dear, you look carefully. Why this one you can do? Because you already have every value. The only unknowns you have is standard deviation. So you can terbalik find back. Why this one is so sure is terbalik, guys? Look, isn't it now the Z is this value? So your Z is 1 over standard deviation. Your table got 1 over standard deviation outside, man? Don't have, right? So I don't think you have the Z. You don't have the Z, please pray that you have the probability. So do you have the probability? Yes. You already know the probability. The inside is 0.9772. So you have the inside, you want to find the outside, terbalik find. So terbalik find in paper 1, yes, in paper 1 I thought. So in paper 1 I got teach you guys, my dear. You guys need to draw 2 graphs. You draw 2 graphs, why? You want to justify whether the Z is a positive Z or negative Z. So now your Z is 1 over standard deviation. So I'm not sure you're positive 1 over standard deviation or negative 1 over standard deviation. So I draw both. So now they say Z smaller than this. Smaller, isn't it, sketch the left side. Smaller, isn't it? Sketch the left side. Okay. After I sketch the left side, can anyone tell me which one makes sense? Positive or negative? Positive. Why positive? Because this shaded region look very big. This shaded region look very small. I hope you guys know shaded region is the probability. So why this one consider big? Because they more than half. Why this one consider small? Because they less than half. Then do you guys realize now your probability is actually 0.9? Isn't it 0.9 is more than half? That means it should sketch very big size one. It shouldn't sketch very small size one. So isn't it this green color one is 0.9772? Correct? But the problem is I cannot go my table and find 0.9772 because this table only support small leg of mountain. Small leg, that means all the corner. They cannot find all the big one. Anything more than 0.5 cannot find one. Cannot find one. So how do I find this corner, my dear? So I better have the corner of them. So remember, you want to find 1 over standard deviation. 1 over standard deviation is this line. So always take that line, corner. And the corner must small one. Cannot big one, okay, my dear? This table only support corner. So my dear, this one, orange color, how to find? Total area is 1. 1 minus 0.9772. I guess getting 0.0228. Oh, the orange color one is 0.0228. Okay. So my dear, you cannot go and find first. You need to write out the 0.0228. If you're finding 0.0228, you need to write it out. So 0.0228 is what? It's actually the probability. So just now, the pink color one is the probability for left side of 1 over standard deviation. So left side of 1 over standard deviation is Z smaller than 1 over standard deviation. But now your right side. So that means Z bigger than 1 over standard deviation. But that one is lesser, so now you are bigger and equal. Okay, must write this, my dear. A lot of teachers want to see this, okay, my dear. So now let's go to the table. Let's find 0.0228 inside. Wow, Jun saw it. 2.00. That means my Z supposedly is 2. Do I need to put negative 2? No, because we choose the positive side. So it's a positive. So 1 equals to 2 standard deviation. Standard deviation is 1 over 2. Done. Can you guys see it? My dear. Like that, So my dear, once you guys get 1 over 2, finally, you guys can do here lah. So isn't it 60.5 minus 60 divided by 1 over 2? See, once you guys get the standard deviation, everything can go on. 60.5 minus 60 divided by 0.5. Are you guys getting 1? Now, my dear, this question is normal find. How I know normal find? Because you have the Z, and then you want to find the probability. Correct? You know the Z is 1. Positive 1 on the right side. Sketch, please draw the graph out, okay, please. So Z smaller than 1, isn't it sketching the left side of 1? Do you guys realize left side of 1 look very big? But this table only support small leg of mountain. So how do I find the big leg? You're going to using 1 minus the green color one, because the green one can find from the table. So go to the table, look for 1.00. So 1.00. Do you guys get 0.1587 for the corner? So 1 minus 0.1587. I guess getting 0.8413. Now guys, here 1 marks. Something incorrectly 1 marks. Just now this one sub incorrectly 1 marks. Writing 0.0228 1 marks. Getting 1 over 2 1 marks. And this question will 10 marks. Understand? So far so good? Okay, guys, let's go on to the next questions, okay? So for question 10, this shows the straight line AB intersecting the curve y square equals to, okay, let me write it down. So by there, they say there's a straight line. I can see the straight line. And then for the curve, they say it's y square equivalent to x plus 9 at point A. So point A is here, both of them intersecting each other at point A. So now, fine. I think the moment you look at these questions, I think all of you guys know. Even you don't know, if you read more and do more, you should also know. This one is under Form 5, Chapter 3, Integration, my dear. Integration, normally they will ask you what? Area, they will ask you volume. So yeah, integration questions, okay? So integration questions normally will actually mix with Chapter 2 also, differentiation. This question, they got ask you tangent. So yeah, they also mix with Chapter 2. Let's look at A. A, they say, find the gradient of the tangent to the curve at point A. You know what is tangent, right? Tangent is a straight line touching the curve only at one point. So my dear, if there is a point here, so the tangent is not like that one. You cannot go through the curve one. It's always touching the outside of the curve. So now you look at it, my dear, A is here. So they want to find the gradient of tangent. So the tangent, because this is a curve, right? So the tangent is this one. Okay, so do you want to find? I put a color for you. So they want to find the equation of tangent to the curve at point A. Okay, they want to find this yellow line. How do I find equation of tangent? Dy dx. I hope you guys all know. Gradient for tangent, gradient of curve, gradient function, we all call it dy dx. Exclude gradient of normal. Gradient of normal is different, okay? So this is gradient for tangent. So they want to find gradient of tangent. So gradient of tangent is actually what? Dy dx. How do we find dy dx? First, we're going to have a y equation. So the only thing we have about the curve, because the tangent is rely on the curve, so based on the curve equation. So curve equation is y squared equals to x plus 9, but I want dy dx. That means I don't want the square. So square, move it over, isn't it square root, okay? So now all we need to do is differentiate this. But whenever you want to differentiate this, the only annoying thing is the power, it's the square root. So square root actually can become power, wonderful, half. Square root is actually power half. For those who don't know, you learn it under indices. So indices, you know, square root n is actually power 1 over n, basic. So that's why I can power half. Now we can start to differentiate like dy dx. So differentiation times, after that minus 1. Nothing in front is a 1. 1 times 1 over 2, 1 over 2. The bracket cut right down. Power minus 1, isn't it negative 1 over 2? So you times, you minus 1. Are you done? No. Why no? Because normally come with this bracket, you have a small bracket at the back. And this small bracket is to differentiate inside and put it at the back. Don't forget this step. So x plus 9, if I differentiate it, this is 1, this is 1. 1 times 1, 1. Power minus 1, no more x, only left a 1 because 9 differentiate is a 0. So actually, this is whatever I'm getting so far. So please write nicely. First, we don't like power negative. How do we make power negative disappear? Negative, isn't it just kick them down? They'll become power positive because of this formula. Anything at the bottom, you bring up. That's why I got negative. So whenever you don't like negative, just kick them back down. They'll become power positive. And actually, half is what? Half, isn't it, is a square root. So yep, that is my dy dx. And my dy dx is my gradient for tangent. Of course, this is not the answer. Gradient is how steep you are. The answer should be a number. That's why they say at where? At point A. So when they say at point A, you are allowed to sub point A coordinate inside your gradient of tangent. So now you know your x is what? Negative 5. Isn't it? Can sub negative 5 inside the equation. Can you see this one? Sub inside here. Okay. So negative 5 plus 9 square root it is 2 times 2. Isn't it the answer for your gradient for tangent is 1 over 4. Dun, 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 dun. That. How many marks? 2 marks. You getting this? 1 mark. You differentiate it correctly, getting 1 mark. 2 marks like that. Let's move on. B. B, they say, find the area of the shaded region. My dear, that one is differentiation. This one legit is integration. Okay, how do you guys find area? Okay, whenever I teach my students finding area and volume, the first thing first is I don't straight away find one. I will normally look at the diagram, draw dot line for any flying point. Because whenever you're going to find area or volume, it's very important on your x-axis, y-axis, you must have all the value that related to you, okay? And I do have a playlist of integration. Do I have it? Yes, I have it, my dear, about area volume. You guys can watch it, okay? You guys can go my playlist and find for Form 5 Chapter 3 integration, okay? So my dear, look, the moment I look at this, right, I already know this one negative 5h, correct? And then can I find the h answer? I think yes. Why? Because you already know the x is negative 5. Finding the y shouldn't be a problem. Because this point touching what? Touching the curve. So touching the curve, isn't it can sub inside the curve equation? I try to sub. So my y is h. My x is negative 5 plus 9. Okay? H squared equals to 4. Isn't it h equals to plus minus 2? Because square root 4 is a plus minus 2. And now you're on the top. So it should be a positive 2. So guys, any flying point, I normally put dot line. So isn't it dot down here? Oh, this is negative 5. Dot here, or this is 2 here. Okay? And this point B, they say is 0, 3 over 2. So this part definitely is 3 over 2 lah. So you thought enough? No? Because, my dear, normally you look at your shaded region, they got touch the y-axis, they got touch the axis. So every single starting and the ending of it, you must have the value. Lowest and the highest, you must have the value. So do you guys realize now you guys know this is 0, this is 3 over 2, this is 2. Okay, quite complete lah. Then for your axis, you know here 0, here negative 5. I don't know about you lah. I was curious about what is this value. So I will find that value out. How do we find that value out? Okay, this value not very hard. This value is what? On the axis. On the axis, we call it x-intercept. X-intercept always y equivalent to 0. So that one is actually x-intercept for what? For the curve. So you do have the curve equation, right? Sub inside the curve equation. So the y is 0. 0 square equivalent to x plus 9. Do you guys x get? Oh, negative 9. So this part will be negative 9. Okay, better using black pen. Negative 9. So 0, negative 5, negative 9. Quite makes sense, my dear. So this is whatever you guys able to write out before you start, okay? So with all this information, now I think I can find the area of shaded region. So how do you guys find area of shaded region? So I always tell my students, whenever you to find area of shaded regions, what you need to ask yourself is where they fully stick on. So if the shaded region fully stick on y-axis using dy, fully stick on x-axis using dx, but if they're flying, or if they got lubang, or if they semi-flying, or using big minus small. So now the shaded region, you guys can look at the shaded region. Isn't it the shaded region quite obvious? Fully stick on x-axis. Don't tell me, teacher, they also stick on y one. No, because if you base on y, if you're finding 0 until 3/2 the height, if you only until 3/2, isn't it this part is not sticking on the y-axis? Can you guys see it? So it's like semi-flying. So normally I will look at those who fully stick, and usually dx is the easiest to do. So isn't it this one? From negative 9, stick until 0. And when you find upwards, isn't it every single part also shaded when you're drawing vertical line upwards? So this is how you guys find it. So they really fully stick on axis. But when even they fully stick on axis, but you cannot stray away from negative 9 fly until 0. Why you can't? Because do you realize negative 9 up to the top, negative 9 until negative 5 is all under the curve. But negative 5 until 0 is all under the straight line. So isn't it they under two different parts? So when they're under two different parts, you cannot find it together. That's why the dotted line very important. With the dotted line, you can see negative 5 is different. Therefore, separate line. You should negative 9 find until negative 5 now, like that. And then negative 5 until 0, like that. Isn't it? Plus them together. Then I should be able to find the answer. And most important, these two also fully stick. So definitely can find. So when you fully stick on axis using dx, so the formula is dx in front always put x, inside put y. Okay, this formula is provided in SPM 1, okay? So that formula is always dx, corner all x, inside is y. And then for this one, I don't think I need to use this method. Of course, you want to use this also can. But I look at it, I know this is a what shape? Trapezium. If they are trapezium, why don't you guys using trapezium formula? I think it's quite easy. So A and B is always 90 degrees, one short, one tall, we call it A and B. And the height is another side of 90 degrees, never using the slanted one. So all this red color is the formula. Now, let me start with sub inside. So, wait, put color. This one, okay, don't want yellow, green. This one is this, correct? Do you guys realize this one is from negative 9 until negative 5? So bigger number put on top, smaller number put at the bottom. And this one is under the curve. So please use the curve equation. Remember what you need is y. So square, move it over square root. And square root actually can straight away write power half. So I straight away write power half here. Okay, plus 1/2. So another one is what? Another one is the right angle triangle. My dear, put blue color for you. Isn't it? This is the right angle, not right angle triangle, sorry, trapezium. So for this trapezium, what is the A height? The A isn't it 0 to 2? So the A is 2. The B height, isn't it 0 to 3/2? Isn't it the B height is 3/2? Another H, H is the bottom. The bottom is from negative 5 to 0. Please, negative 5 to 0, don't put negative 5. Put 5. Because whose height it will be negative, right? Put a positive value, okay? So this is whatever you guys should label out. So I always tell my students, if you're not too sure whether you're correct or not wrong, for integration part, you guys can double check. dx represent your x-axis. X equals to negative 5 is this vertical line. X equals to negative 9 is this vertical line. And this one is this curve equation. Isn't it exactly surrounded your shaded region? So you know you are correct if you are doing like that. So now let's start to integrate it. So this one, same. So let's start from power plus 1. Half, if I plus 1, 3/2. After I plus 1, I divide. Okay, guys, same as just now the A part. Whenever you're doing this, you must have a small bracket at the bottom. Just now you have a small bracket at the back, right? For integration, you're going to have a small bracket at the bottom. And it's for you to differentiate the inside and put it at the bottom. This is basic, okay? You didn't hear me wrong. This small bracket is always for differentiate, even you're doing integrate. So differentiate x plus 9 is still the 1. Okay, don't tell me, teacher, 1, never mind, I don't write. For this time, maybe never mind. What if they are not 1, my dear? So you better know how to do it, okay? Then the back one, 2 plus 3/2 divided by 2 times 5. The back one, I get 35/4. Okay, so I write nicely for you guys. So this one, guys, you should start to sub inside. You can straight away sub if you like to write like that. But normally I'll write nicer a bit. So what can you do? Okay, my dear, I do nicely for you guys. Here, isn't it x plus 9 power 3 over 2 divide by 3 over 2? The 1 no need to care lah. So my dear, like that, I always tell my students, whenever they got 3 layer, you guys can always write become primary school divide. Think about it. Isn't it? This is divide. This also a divide. Same thing, what, right? So primary school divide is a good thing because they can become times. They become times is when these two person you flip them upside down. So if you flip them upside down, they will become 2 over 3, x plus 9 power 3 over 2. For those who know it can straight away like that, you can straight away write it down. Okay. For those who don't know, I hope my explanations helped. Like that. -5, -9. I think you guys all done your first term exam. You guys already know. When you sub -5 inside, you must sub and show teacher the working. Teacher would like to see the working. When you sub the -9, you need to show the working also. The working is necessary to show, please. Plus 35 over 4. Okay? I press lah. So -5 plus 9 power 3 over 2 times 2 divided by 3. The front one, I get 16 over 3 minus -9 plus 9 is already 0. And then continue plus 35 over 4. So that answer plus 35 over 4. You guys getting the answer? 169 over 12. Or you want to write decimal also can. 14.08. So answer always 2 decimal places or 4 significant figure, whichever more details. This one also can lah. So like that, isn't it the answer? Unit square. Dun, 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 dun. How many marks they give you? 5 marks. Well, that's a lot. Where's the 5 marks, my dear? The moment you write this out correctly, 2 marks. Okay? You integrate it correctly and substitute correctly, 1 mark. So the substitute, that is the part they start to give you marks nowadays. So 2, 1. Here got another 1. There's another 1, right? Excellent, is that? H equals to -2. When you get a H answer, they give you 1 marks. So guys, there you go, 5 marks, okay? So every single working better write out for teacher, okay? Let's move on. C. C, they say find the volume. You see, after find the area, find the volume. Area and volume, what is the difference? Area is 2D. Volume is 3D, okay? So 3D, normally they will turn lah. So find the volume generated in terms of pi. Answer, stay with pi. When the region, read carefully, they never say shaded region. So it's not the whatever they shaded already, brand new one. So they say this region, bounded by the curve. So bounded means surrounded. So guys, normally they say bounded by what? I also don't know what. So normally I will take a highlighter and highlight whatever they say. So they say bounded by the curve. So I will take a highlighter, highlight my curve. And to be honest, my curve is just like that, okay? And then a straight line y equals to h. So where is h? Then my dear, just now you already know. H is 2 ma. So isn't it? That means y equals to 2. I hope you guys know. Whenever the equation got y equals to mx plus c, they are slanted. Whenever only got y, they are horizontal. When they only got x, they are vertical. So if I say y equals to 2, they are a line that look like this. If they say x equals to 2, they are a line that look like this. Okay, you need to know that. So y equals to 2 is a horizontal line. So my dear, y equals to 2, it should be this line. Because that height, everyone is 2. Okay, so y equals to 2. Now I put a line for you. Isn't it this one is y equals to 2, this purple color line. Hope everyone can see this purple color line, okay? Other than this purple color line, they also say what? Y-axis and x-axis. So I highlight y-axis, I highlight x-axis. So my dear, where is the part that's surrounded by these 4 things? Look carefully. They say, look, do, re, mi, fa, 4 things. You need to surround it by 4 things, not 3 things. You know why? Some students, they will highlight, they will tell me, teacher, this is the shaded region. No. Because in that part, they will say curve. Y equals to h, y equals to 2. Y-axis, they won't purposely mention x-axis, man. You're so far away from x-axis, right? But if they mention x-axis, then it should be this part. Can you guys see the one I shade? Because the one I shade, isn't it surrounded by curve? Correct? Y equals to 2. Y-axis, x-axis. Makes sense or not? Isn't it that is the shaded region that is surrounded by every single thing they say? Correct? So they say this shaded region, what happened? This shaded region, revolve, that means turn. 360 degrees, that means one whole round, okay? About y-axis. So isn't it they will turn 360 degrees about y-axis. Volume, actually for me, I feel like it's quite easy. Because volume, right? When they turn where, you're going to use whatever. So, of course, stick or not is still important, but you will decide based on where they turn. So the moment they say they turn around y-axis, You have no choice but must use dy. So guys, how do I using dy? Okay, so I want to find volume. So of course, you must use dy. Of course, you still need to stick on y-axis lah. So my dear, do you realize your shaded region purple color one? Do stick on y-axis. So definitely can straight away using dy. But the same problem, same like just now. What is the problem? The problem is -9 to -5 is under the curve. But -5 to 0 is under the straight line, not under slanted line, please, under the straight line. So they under two different line, right? So we need to separate fine, okay? Same like just now. So we need find this, only plus them together, okay? And then you know why they got volume? Because they turn. So the moment you turn y-axis, isn't it this shaded region will become a shape that look like this? Can you imagine? And guys, how about rectangle? Rectangle turn one round become a cylinder. I hope you guys all know. Rectangle turn one round. Isn't it become a cylinder shape? Hopefully you guys can understand how it will look like, okay? So for this one, don't tell me teacher hemisphere, no, they are not hemisphere, okay? Use integration method to do. So you know must use dy, and this one fully stick on y-axis, so can use dy lor. dy in front put y, inside put x. The formula almost the same as area, you know. The only difference is for volume, you're gonna have a pi, you're gonna have a square. Okay, don't forget the square and the pi. And for the back one, because they are what? Because they are cylinder. Why don't you using cylinder volume formula? Cylinder formula is what? Pi r square h. Can straight away using pi r square h, okay? Now, let's start to start. So for this one, I from -9 stick until -5. Isn't it bigger number on top, smaller number at the bottom? In between must sub x square. Okay, this one is under the curve. Still using the curve equation. Let me look at the curve equation. Okay, this is the curve equation. But what I need now, I need x squared. How do I have x squared? First, you're going to have x first. So how do we find x? Plus 9, move it over minus 9. But I don't want x. I want x squared. So what can you have a square? Add a square. Lor. Here you add a square. Don't you tell me here, add. Not like that. Left side add a square. Right side, because got plus minus, put a bracket, add a square. Don't make mistake, okay? So now, x squared will be what? This kind of square must expand one, please. So my dear, square, if we power 12, you can't expand, I understand. But power 2 can expand, you must expand, okay? If you integrate it 100%, your answer is different one, okay? Must expand. So shortcut method, 3 things come out. Y squared, you get squared it, y power 4. Negative, positive, 81. 2 times this, isn't it? Negative 18y squared in the middle. Okay, that is what I have. Y power 4 minus 18y squared plus 81 dy plus pi r square h. So guys, pi is pi. Okay, where is the r? Student always wrong. It's because they never draw the cylinder out. You better draw the cylinder out because the cylinder standing or laying down make a huge difference for your r. You use the wrong r, all gone, you know. So now you know the cylinder because they turn like y-axis, right? They turn. Oh my god, this one turn on y-axis, guys. Every single thing I do wrongly, oh my god. You guys must be very, very hard shouting. Try to shout to me, my dear, okay? What am I doing? Why is this dy and then I keep using dx? Such an easy question, I make it so hard. I'm so sorry, guys. Guys. They turn around the y-axis. Turn around the y-axis is really turn around here. So guys, they turn around the y-axis, actually can straight away find already. You know why? Because they turn around the y-axis, isn't it now your shaded region? Isn't it fully stick on y-axis? Straight away can find, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Why need cylinder? No need at all. So guys, now they want to find the volume. So this volume, guys, is this shape. This shape, isn't it turn around the y-axis? I can still draw for you though. So this shaded region, if you turn around the y-axis, it will become a shape that look like this. A pudding shape, I think. Like that. Like a pudding shape like that, okay? So this is a 3D shape of it. So quite easy. The moment they say they turn around y-axis, you're 100% using dy. But of course, provided you fully stick. So do they fully stick? Yes. Then using dy. dy in front put y, inside put x. Okay, guys, it's the same thing like just now. But this one must have a square. This one must have a pi, okay? All you need to do is sum. Remember, because you sticking on y-axis, so where do you stick? You stick from, this one is 2, please. This line here is 2, okay? So this part is 2, this part is 0. So isn't it you from 2 stick until 0? So 2 on top, 0 at the bottom. Such an easy question, make it so hard late just now. But you guys understand, or if they surrounded dx, that is how you guys do it just now, okay? But it's dy, okay? So the next one, x squared. X squared is the curve. So the curve equation, isn't it y equivalent to y squared equivalent to x plus 9, correct? And again, you still need the x squared. I shouldn't round off just now that one. So y squared minus 9 equals to x, but I need a square. So same like just now, add a square, same thing, okay? So y power 4 minus 18y squared plus 81 equals to x squared. So isn't it y power 4 minus 18y squared plus 81 dy. Okay? Up to here. Again, if you're not too sure, you guys can always double check. I double check for you guys. So dy represent the y-axis. Y equals to 2 is up here. Y equals 0 is down here. The equation I'm using is the curve. Isn't it exactly surrounded the shaded region? 100% you know I'm correct. So now, let's start to do it. Integrate it. Power plus 1, divide. Power plus 1, divide. Then this 81 have no y, so y power 0. 0 plus 1, 1, divided by 1. Do I still need to write plus c? No, because I got number to sub. So you guys can straight away sub inside. So remember, sub inside need to write the working out one, okay? So 2 sub inside minus, this one can cut 6. 2 sub inside plus 81, 2. So after 2 sub inside, minus 0 sub inside. Minus 0 sub inside. Okay, like this. I press calculator. So 2 power 5 divided by 5 minus 62 cube plus 81 bracket 2. Do you guys get 602 over 5? And then the back one is still a 0. You can write in decimal, you can write in fraction. Either one. I still cannot stop laughing right now. I think I'm very funny. Just not so easy. I make it so hard. Now, this one 1 marks. Sub inside 1 marks. Writing the integrations out 1 marks. There you go. This whole question worth 10 marks. That. Okay? In my this video, I do every question. But remember, section B only 4 choose 3. So you don't need to do all. But I do all, okay? Because I don't know which one you want to choose, right? Move on lah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next one. 11, they say, table 1. Guys, the moment you look at this table, you already have a feeling. This is what? Form 4, chapter 6, isn't it called linear law, okay? That chapter is a very easy chapter, like top 3 easy chapter in IMAX, okay? So they say, table 1 now, shows the value of 2 variables, x and y, obtained from an experiment. The variables x and y are related by the equation, this one. So guys, they do have an equation here. So they already give you lah. So they say such that a and b are constant. So there's the a value, there's a b value. Now, they ask you to what? Plot. Plot must use graph paper, okay? So plot y, square root x against x, using a scale, what? Okay, guys, they say using what scale? Using what scale lah? But remember, they want you to plot what? You're going to have that value first, okay? So they want to find y square root x against x. So guys, you're going to have the value. But because my screen is very limited lah, okay? So guys, I put inside my graph paper, okay? But you shouldn't want. So remember, graph paper should only draw graph, shouldn't do working inside. Okay lah, never mind lah. I do working here lah. Can lah. I don't be so lazy lah, my dear. So guys, x. Other than x, you're going to have what? Y square root x, okay? So what is your x value? Super easy lah. On top already give you 1.0, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3.5, 4.5, 6, and 7. That is your x value. Then y square root x, press your calculator lor. Remember, y square root x is, write the y, square root the x. Press lor. Negative 4.7 square, negative 4.7 square root 1. Oh, it's negative 4.7. Negative 4.7. Next one, y square root x. Understand how to press all? Negative 0.79 square root 2. Guys, a lot of decimal. May I know how many decimals should I write down for this chapter, linear law? Don't know whether you know or not. 2 decimal places, guys. No need to write a lot. You write a lot also, you are unable to draw it out. So we always only write 2 decimal places. Every teacher same one. So negative 1.12. Don't write negative 1.1173. No. Write 12, okay? Then next one, my dear. Y square root x. Press 1.29 square root 3.5. So do you guys get 2.41? 2.41. Next one, y. I expect you guys know how to press already, okay? Please press yourself. Y square root this x, okay, my dear? Make it a decimal. You guys get 5.6. And then this one, y square root this x, 3.51 square root the 6. You guys get 4.60. Then this one, y square root x, isn't it? 4.61 square root 7. You guys get 12.196 is 20. Okay, this is all the value that you guys should find it out. I put a table for you guys, my dear. Draw nicely, my dear. So guys, graph questions are worth 4 marks. This table itself worth 1 mark. Can you guys tell me why this table I don't get full 1 mark? I don't know whether you guys know, but you know what or not. Please understand. This top is all one gang. So if some of them writing 1 decimal places, all of them need to write 1 decimal places. So instead of 1, you must write 1.0. You must write 2.0. This one you must write 6.0. This one you must write 7.0. You forget the 0.0, gone case. Then the bottom one you thought correct, wrong also. Why? Because some of them 2 decimal, some of them 1 decimal. It's not constant, right? You're going to make them all same. So everyone 2 decimal places. This one also must 2 decimal places. This one also must 2 decimal places. So this is how you guys getting the 1 marks for the table marks, okay? After this table marks, now we're going to start to draw. You say, plot y square root x against x using 2 cm 1 units on axis, 2 cm 2 units on y square root x axis. Now, guys, look carefully. Guys, you know why you must, okay, you shouldn't always go draw graph first, only draw the table. You're going to have the table first, only draw graph. Because the table will tell you, hey, got negative value. So you're going to leave some space for negative. So 2 cm for 2 units. So I think the bottom needs some space. Wait. So this part, I will draw. Hey, what happened to my line, man? Okay. This part is my y-axis. Is it called y? Sorry, look back. Okay. Y square root x axis. Okay. So guys, another one is x axis. Okay. Every single 2 cm is what? 2 cm is 2 units. So if here is -6, here will be -4, here will be -2, then 0 can be here. Or you want to draw up a bit also can. Wait, let me see, where is it? Okay. I can draw here. Okay, I can draw here. This is x-axis. Okay. I label it nicely. So just now they say 2 cm 2 units. So isn't it here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I look at the highest value. Or need 12.2. So this one 12. This one 14. Okay, should be enough. Then the bottom leg, guys, isn't it here? -2, -4, -6 should be enough also. If you want to continue write -8 also can have an illusion of the graph very big. Because your graph cannot be too small. It must be at least 75% of the whole graph paper, okay? Next one, guys, the axis until 7. Oh, no, should follow the scale, sorry. So 2 cm to 1 unit on the axis. So 1, 2. When you draw the graph, this one no need to put 1.0, 2.0. This one no need, okay? This one can just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, enough. Now, you want to draw nicely, you must know how to count. Please don't count wrongly. So first, 0 to 1. The difference is 1. Okay, 1. And then they got 10 boxes. 1 divided by 10. Isn't it every boxes is 0.1? You know how to count, right? That means 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1.0. Make sense, right? That's how you count, okay? How about this one? 0 to 2, isn't it the differences is 2, and they got 10 boxes also. So every boxes is 0.2. That means 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1. And then 1.2, 1.4 are like that, okay? You must know how to count first, only start to draw, okay? I don't want you guys to make mistake, okay? So this is whatever you guys have. Okay, let's start to draw. 1, -4.7. Okay, 1 is here. -4 is here. -4.2, 4.4, 4.6, 4.8. -4.7, isn't it in between? Draw a cross. Cross are not dot, my dear. -4.7 is -4.6 and -4.8 between. Okay? So if I way too fast, you just pause me and see where I draw. Okay, I think big enough for you guys to see. Okay, I hope HD enough for you guys to see. 2, -1.12. 2 is here. -1 is here. This is -1.2. -1.12 is at -1 like that. So it's like -1.1 like that. So it's in between -1 and -1.2 there. Okay. Next one. 3.5, 2.41. 3.5 is here. 2.41. Here is 2. 2.2, 2.4. 2.41 is very near to 2.44. So I draw that. Okay. Next one. Still got what? 4.5, 5.6. 4.5 is here. 5 is here. 5.2, 5.4, 5.6. 5.6, isn't it here? Can all guys? Next one, still got what? 6, 8.6. 6 is here. 8 is here. 8, 8.2, 8.4, 8.6. Isn't it? 8.6 is here. Draw the cross nicely, okay? And the last one, 7, 12.2. 7 is here, 12 is here, 12.2 is here. Can all guys? I look at this, I already know it won't touch every single point. You're going to take a ruler, okay? Put it in. So guys, I hope your ruler is something like that. When it's transparent, right, you're able to adjust it until you guys able to touch majority of the point. Please try to touch majority of the point, okay, guys? So guys, and then whenever you can't touch majority of the point, then you remember, if you got 1 point cannot touch on the right, you have 1 point cannot touch on the left, or try to. So sometimes, I look at SPM lah. Sometimes, maybe 2 cannot touch on the left, 1 cannot touch on the right. It's fine also, as long as both of them not very far. Okay, as long as you try your best to make it a best fit line, try your best to touch majority. And if they got 2 point cannot touch on the left, best to have 2 point cannot touch on the right. Or 1, 1 to balance lah. If cannot balance, it's also fine. 2, 1 also can, as long as all very near to you. Okay, very near to you, that's the key lah. That one called best fit line. So for this one, let me try. So it's different like physics. Not necessarily must touch the first and the last. It's not like that. Because I remember physics, or my student got tell me, teacher must touch the first and the last. It's not necessarily like that, okay? But for this one, wait, I try to connect and see what can I touch. Like that, I can touch 3. But left side got 2, right side got 1. So I would rather touch. What happened to my line? Wait, okay. This is how it should look like, guys. Is it like that? Wait, I make it bigger a bit, guys. I can't really see it. I try to touch the best point. Why I cannot touch? What is my problem, guys? Guys, before this, I already draw once, right? I able to touch the middle line. Let me check again. Do I press my calculator wrongly? Okay, my dear. Just in case, okay? I feel like it's already midnight. That's why I don't know what happened to me. Y square root x. Y square root x. Negative 1.12, correct? Y square root x. 2.41, correct? 2.64 square root 4.5. 5.6, correct? 3.51 square root 6. 8.6, correct? 4.61 square root 7. 12.2, all correct. No mistake, my dear. Wait, 3.4, 3.5, 4.5, correct. 2.41, 5.6. 2.41. Oh, do I draw too short? 2.2, 2.4. Here, correct. And then, what's the last one again? 7, 12.2. 7 is here, 12.2. Correct what? Let me try again. Oh, I able to touch one, my dear. Guys, I able to touch like that. Do you guys realize, my dear, I able to touch 2 point. I cannot touch 2 on the left. I cannot touch 2 on the right. This is the best fit line I can ever try. I remember I tried a lot already. I mean, this is the best fit line, okay? This is like the best one. I hope everyone also can draw the same one. You try your best to see where you're wrong. I give you a small tips, okay? You don't buy, you don't use pencil, because pencil, maybe you didn't sharp well, right? It's go too thick. So when they go too thick, you don't know where exactly it is. But don't use too thin mechanical pencil as well. Because if you're using too thin, right, you draw until like very, very specific on that part. So you see, I put a dot. A dot very hard to hit, right? But if you put a cross, isn't it? It's easier to hit. So that's why I don't put dot, okay? Always put cross, and don't draw too small, okay, my dear? So this is exactly how it look like, okay? So everyone, you cannot just connect until the middle of it. You must connect up to the y-axis, okay? And this question, what y-axis you guys getting? I'm not sure about you guys lah. I'm getting -7. June there. This is negative 8. That one is negative 7. Okay. So guys, this is negative 7. Okay, I tell you the marks. Just now the graph, you get 1 marks. Just now the table, you get 1 marks. This graph, you get 3 marks. Altogether, get 4 marks. These 3 marks, they will see your labeling correct or not. Your best fit line got draw correctly or not. Your skill got draw correctly or not. So it's very important to draw everything correctly. Don't try to adjust this until they touch, my dear. You cannot cheat one, okay? This is exactly how it look like already, okay? So next one, my dear, let's move on. B. B, they say what? Using the graph. I always tell my students, you cannot using your brain, using your calculator. No, they say using the graph. You must die using the graph, So the first one, they say, find the value of y when the x is 5.7. So you must use the graph. So let's go to the graph, look for 5.7. So the x, we're going to look for 5.7. 5.7 is here. And no need to write 5.7. I just write because I'm a teacher. I scared you guys don't know where is it. So I draw 5.7, dot, 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 dot. The moment you touch, then you bend it over. So 5.7, if you guys bend it over. Okay. Here. Okay. Here. Is it here? Do I draw it wrongly? Yes, I didn't. Here. My one 5.7 is here. Every single box is 0.1. So 5.7, I touch and then I bend it over. So guys, I getting 8.6. But remember the answer at the back is like 8.3 or 8.4, something like that. But I get 8.6, my dear. I will just use mine, okay, my dear. So if you're able to get 8.4, 8.3 is the best lah. But my one is 8.6. I don't know why. I don't see why. I feel like every single thing, okay, my dear. Oh, whatever. 8.6, okay, my dear. This 8.6, is that your final answer? No. Because this 8.6 is what? It's a y square root x. Okay, you can see that? It's a y square root x, okay? So 8.6 is your y square root x answer. But you're not finding that. You're finding y. So what is your x value? 5.7. You can get sub inside. So the y answer is 8.6 divided by square root 5.7. Guys, you cannot exactly get that answer. You don't need to worry, because SPM, they always have a range of answer for you to hit. So as long as you're inside the range, okay, so as long as you don't draw until very, very wrong, you draw inside the range, it's reasonable range lah. Then they will still accept your answer. So my answer is 3.602. Okay, that's my answer lah. Okay, so guys, that's the first one. Let's move on to second. Okay, try to tell you how many marks you guys getting. You getting this answer, 1 marks. You getting 8.6, 1 marks. Okay, 2 marks from there. Easy, right? So B, second part. Second part, they say what? Write AY equals to B sub X plus 1 over sub X in linear form. Okay, they want to change this into linear. That means this one 100% is what? Non-linear. Ask you to change it to linear. Of course, this is a non-linear. Correct? Then after that, they ask you to find A and B. Okay? So guys, how do I do it? First, they want you to change it to linear. How do I change it to linear? You know what is linear? Linear, that means straight line. So my dear, okay, every single thing, these questions they say from the graph. So everything you must matching the graph. So this is a non-linear equation, but the graph is a linear graph. So are they matching now? I don't think so. Why? Because when you look at the graph, can you see the graph is a straight line? So it's a linear graph. So when you look at a straight line, most important is their y-axis. Their y-axis is the hint for your big Y. Their x-axis is your hint for your big X. So you know this question, the big Y should be y sub X. So is your y sub X? No. Your y somehow got A, my dear. I don't want the A, man. What can you do? Divide by A. So when this one divide by A, no more A. When this one divide by A, bottom have a A. When this one divide by A, bottom add a A. Can have a A at the side one, okay? No worries, okay? Can add just beside whatever at the bottom, okay? But I want what? I want y sub X. That means I need to have a sub X beside the Y. How do I have that? Times. So my dear, isn't it once you times, then the Y times sub X become Y sub X. Then B is still B. Then the problem is, guys, sub X times sub X will be what? X. Very good. You learn under sub. Square root X times square root X, guys, is a X, please, because square root is actually power half. So power half times power half, the power you plus. So half plus half, isn't it, is 1. That's why it's 1. So this one is X over A. Then this one is sub X and sub X cut. Only left 1 over A. Wow, such a nice one. I don't know what you feel. I feel very good about it. Because this is the big Y. And then all I need is MX plus C. So maybe you tell me, teacher, how I know which one is M, which one is X? It's quite easy one. Because you all know this question, the big X is just a small X. So you know this spot must write an X. So imagine if you pull the X out, isn't it the front? It will be B over A. Isn't it this is your Y equals to MX plus C. Okay, you guys see? Isn't it this one now? Matching the graph. You must match the graph, only you can use the graph. Can you guys see that? But I can double checking for you just in case you don't understand. Your big Y is Y sub X. So do you realize it looks exactly the same? And then your big X is X. Isn't it look exactly the same also? So when the big Y same, the big X same, the rest should be the same as well. So isn't it gradient and B over A will be the same? The C, same as 1 over A. Okay, so what do you guys get for C? I look back my diagram. My C is -0, -7. So that is my C. Okay, so my C is that. I will try to find it back. So divide, move up times. -7A equals to 1. So A equals to -1 over 7. Do you guys getting -1 over 7? That's my A. Next one, my dear, to find my M. M is what? Gradient. Gradient, how to find? Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Okay? Just using any point which touch your straight line. Okay, my dear? Any point which touch your straight line, or also can use. Okay, my dear? So normally I use a far one. So based on what I see now, I touch this one, I touch this one, I touch this one. So you can use any of them, okay, my dear? I simply use lah, okay? So let's say I'm using the middle one. The middle one just now is what? 3.5, 2.41. You want to use the last one also, you can try, okay? The answer is around the range one. So 3, 2.41. Don't tell me, teacher, can I using this one? No, that one is not on the line. You're going to use the one on the line. On the line is very important. You see this one very far? Definitely no lah. So must use the one on the line. So I using this one. This one is 0, -7. So when I using these two, I love to draw dot line. Nowadays, a lot of teachers don't draw anymore, but I still draw lah, just in case, some teacher care. I don't know lah. SPM, I don't think they care, but yeah, I still draw. So that you understand also lah, I'm using these two. So my dear, no need to write the coordinate down, okay? It's just me as a teacher, I scared you guys don't know what I'm doing. So I'm writing the coordinate down for you guys, okay? So Y2 minus Y1, 2.41 minus -7. So 2.41 minus -7. Divide by X2 minus X1, 3.5 minus 0. Okay, equivalent to B over A. What is your A answer? -1 over 7. Isn't it can straight away up -1 over 7. So 2.41 minus -7 divided by 3.5. I guess getting 2.689 equals to B divided by -1 over 7. So what's my B answer? Divide, move up, times. I get getting -0.3841. Now, I have 4 significant figure or 2 decimal places, whichever is more detailed. So isn't it 1, 2, 3, 4? Exactly 4 decimal places. Done. Okay. For those who are using the back one, your answer should be around there as well. Around like 0.38, 0.39, 0.37, around there. That. Everyone? Oh yeah, tell you the marks. So far the graph you're already getting 4 marks. Just now that one, 2 marks. Here another 4 marks. Here 1. Getting the gradient with Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1 with the working 1 marks. The A 1 mark. Okay, you're getting -1 over 7, 1 marks. Just now you're able to change it, become linear law, another 1 marks. And this whole question worth 10 marks. Dun, 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 dun. Done. Do you guys all understand? Pay attention, okay, my dear? If you're very tired, you pause me and then you rest first, only come back, okay? Let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, section C. Section C, guys, got 4 questions. Just choose 2. Okay, my favorite is solution of triangle index number. I will definitely ask my student to choose these 2. But of course, you want to choose the rest also can. I will do all for you guys, okay? The moment I look at this, straight away I know this under Form 4, Chapter 9, solution of triangle. A chapter that is very important, it will affect other chapter as well, which that means the knowledge you must know lah. So they say, diagram 6 now, shows a quadrilateral JKMN. Can see that? With the area L. So guys, remember, the area for JK, okay, I write here lah. Area for JKMN area is just L. Okay, so L represent area for the whole thing lah. JKMN is the whole thing. KN is sub P, so KN is square root P. And then KMN is 110. KMN here, 110. So if I'm you, I'll write out everything I can write out. If here 110, here 30, hello, this last one can find ba. 180 minus 110 minus 30. I guess getting this part is actually 40 degrees. Anything else? nothing else. I think this is whatever I can write. So let's start from A1. A1, they're going to find P. So do you guys realize the P is actually this one? So how do I find P? P is this middle line. So you either, guys, this middle line is a diagonal line for like the whole thing. So you can use the top triangle, you can use the bottom triangle. But I realize the bottom triangle, very little thing, only have angle, don't even have length. I don't think the bottom one can use. So I will focus on top. So when I'm using the top, my dear, now I'll show you guys the triangle I'm doing. So this particular triangle, what formula suitable? So I hope you guys know this solution of triangle got 4 formula. 2 of them is area formula. You're not finding area. So that means you're either using sine rule or cos rule. Sine rule is opposite. You want to find this P. So you want to find this one. You must have the opposite of it. Yes, you have the 60 degree. Very good. But 12, do you have the opposite? No. 10, do you have the opposite? No. So I don't think sine formula works. So this question actually only cos formula will work. You straight away know is the best lah. For those who don't know, I will explain, no worries, okay? So where's the A, B, C there? A is always how big the mouth open, okay? So my dear, where is the mouth? Mouth is the angle. Okay, so there's the angle, right? So facing bottom, right? That is the A. Hey, I do have a whole playlist of solution of triangle. So you don't know, you go and watch the video, okay? So my dear, facing down, that one is A. So BC is at the side. The middle one in between is the big A. So that is actually ABC. You must know where is A, where is B, where is C. That only you guys can sub correctly. So now your A is the third P with a square. The BC is the side 2. Which one B, which one C doesn't matter lah. Just one on one side lah. And then 2 times 12 times 10 times the angle in between. And the angle in between, isn't it 60 degrees? Now, let's press calculator. No need to press 1, write down 1. Press everything together is the best lah. Don't waste your time. So my dear, I'm getting 124. Square and square root cut. Oh, my P answer, 124. Done. Okay, so my dear, just like that, let's move on to the second part. Second part, they say find L. How to find L? What is L? So just now the question already say L. L is what they say, is area. Isn't it? L means the area of JKMN. But guys, remember, JKMN is the whole thing, and the whole thing is not a triangle. This chapter called solution of triangle only can find triangle. So I don't think I can find the area for whole thing together lah. So please separate lah. So isn't it you can find area for the top one, find the area for the bottom one. Only plus them together, isn't it still can find area for whole thing, right? So the top one, isn't it yellow? The bottom one, let's say I put blue lah. Isn't it find the blue one? Okay, so I think this is what you need to find. By the way, let me update. Square root P. So P is 124. Square root 124. I guess getting 11.114. Okay, that line is 11.14. Okay, so now how do I find yellow line? I think yellow line quite easy because a yellow triangle. Why yellow triangle quite easy? Because I can use the most common area formula, which is 1/2 AB sine C. So AB sine C is, you must have the angle because you must have a crocodile mouth. One side A, one side B, the one in between is a C. So A, B sine C. Wow, easy. So isn't it one side 10, one side 12? The angle in between, isn't it sine 60 degrees, correct? Then the problem is what? The blue one. The blue one, guys, how do we find? Again, you want to find the area, right? You can also using 1/2 AB sine C. But to be able to use 1/2 AB sine C, you must have 2 length and 1 angle. Now, you have this length. But you don't have this, you don't have this. Therefore, you need to find them first. Don't always expect every single thing provided. Not provide, find yourself. So how do you guys find yourself, my dear? So I think I can using sine rule. For those who basic good, you should know lah, my dear. This side 11.14. So this one opposite, isn't it 110? You have one opposite, correct? Other than that, let's say you want to find this one. This one called MK. So MK, you must have the opposite. Isn't it the opposite is 30 degrees? So I really feel like you can find MK. Can using your sine rule formula. So A over sine A equivalent to B over sine B. Now, this sine rule, 2 opposite, okay? So A is 11.14. So 11.14 opposite is 110 degrees. Another one is MK. So MK opposite, isn't it sine 30 degrees? So now finding MK is not a dream lah. Divide, move up times 11.14 divided by sine 110 times sine 30. So are you guys getting the answer? 11.14 divided by sine 110 times sine 30. I guess getting 5.927. Okay, 2 decimal places or 4 significant figure, whichever is more detailed. So yep, like that. 5.927. So 5.927. With that, I got the crocodile mouth lah. Isn't it? This is A, this is B, the one in between is a C. So 1 over 2, the A is 11.14. Another side is the 5.927. The angle in between, isn't it, sine 40 degree? Press your calculator, able to get the answer. So 10 times 12 divided by 2 times sine 60. This one should be 51.96 plus 11.14 times 5.927 divided by 2 times sine 40. I guess getting 21.22. So I plus them together. I guess getting the answer 73.18 cm. Is it cm? Yes, square. That. I don't understand why they give you 8 marks, my dear. So easy getting 8 marks. Oh my god. Here 1. I think here 1. Here should have 2. Here should have 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Only 5 marks. Here 1, here 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Definitely here come 2 marks lah. Something like that, oh my dear. I should have 8, oh my dear. See, solution of triangle so easy, right? If they don't have 3D, actually quite easy, right? So B, they say what? Sketch. Need to draw lah. So sketch. You guys sketching quite bad one, okay? So you guys watch my video, I got teach you how to sketch. So they say sketch triangle K prime, M prime, N prime, which has different shape with K, M, N. So whenever I want to sketch, oh my dear, I normally draw the original shape out first. So which one is K, M, N? I look at the top. Oh, K, M, N is this blue one. This blue one. So my dear, agak draw. No need like exactly same one, my dear. Like, no need the size exactly like, 5 cm, 11 cm, no need. You just reasonable. Now, my dear, look at it. Quite reasonable, right? Same as blue one. I think quite reasonable, okay? So now they want you to sketch a shape like that look like that. So this original called KMM. So now you also want to sketch KMN, but a bit different now, okay? They say different shape, such that K prime, M prime is the same. K prime, N prime is the same. Angle K prime, N prime, M prime, and the angle KNM is the same. After sketch, my dear, sketch should be 1 mark because they give you 2 marks, right? Sketch should be 1 marks, and then state the value is another 1 mark. So they want to find 2 things, okay? So how do you guys sketch? Okay, very easy one. If you watch my video, I straight away assume you have the knowledge. So whenever you want to sketch, my dear, they always tell you 3 things same one. You always start from angle. Always start from angle. They say KNM angle must be the same. So KNM. So guys, KNM is what? 30 degree. So you know here is 30 degree. Do you know when that part is 30 degree, which straight line moving? Okay, remember, sketching this 3 line, only one straight line moving. Which straight line moving? I hope you say it correctly. KM. You know why I so sure KM is the one who moving? Because you want 30 degree. Hello, if this straight line move, 30 gone already lor. If this straight line move, 30 also disappeared lor. So you want 30 degree all the way, the only line can move is KM. Because KM move doesn't affect the 30 degree. Make sense or not? So my dear, you thought the KM whole line fly away? No. Either K move or M move. How do I know K move or M move? Continue label other thing. So they say KM is the same. So KM is what? KM is 5.927. Okay, label for you 5.927. So this 5.927 stay there forever. KN line also the same. KN line is what? 11.14. That means this line also the same. My dear, I already know which one moving. You know which one? M. You know why K cannot move or not? Because K, this line fixed, this line fixed. Both also fixed. You move a bit, you affected the 11.14. You move here, you affected the 5.927. How do you move? Cannot, my dear. But you know, M different, M, this one is fixed, but the left side is not fixed, so the left side can change, right? So that's why M is the one who moving. So whenever drawing this, when I teach you inside the video, I always teach my students to use compass to draw. Okay, so this is how compass look like. So my dear, not necessarily using compass you can freehand but you want to draw a nice one, you can use compass. You can understand it better. So using a compass, right, my dear? So you know this one moving, right? You put the pencil there. You put the pencil on N. Okay, where the sharp you should put? Of course, the sharp put on K, because we know that line moving So that line moving definitely this thing is put on KM one. So it's either K put sharp, M put pencil, or M put sharp, K put pencil. Okay, so now you put like that already. Then guys, you guys turn one round. Draw a circle. Wait I draw a nicer one. Okay lah, agak like that. Now guys, you guys draw a circle. Based on the video that you guys can see in my YouTube, that whenever you draw a circle, you guys will touch 3 point. 100% will touch 3 point, guys. Need to touch 3 point, okay? So the 3 point is 1 old, 1 new, 1 impossible. Look at this. What is this point? Yeah lah, this one is the O point lah. This one is where I started. Hello, this is the original point, right? This is the O point. So my dear, when you see this, maybe you tell me, teacher, you only touch one, touch two. Teacher, I cannot see three. Okay, sometimes you cannot see, but never mind, I show you later. So the one I just draw, what point is this? This one is impossible point. You know why this spot is impossible? You want to find a new spot for M. Imagine this is the OM. If you say the new M is here, I don't really think possible because our K is here. M is here. N is here. Why? You want a straight line? I want a triangle, okay? Please. So guys, this spot, isn't it impossible? So this one impossible, this one O. Should have a new one, oh. Where's the new one, oh? Okay, listen. Whenever you don't see the third one, you don't scold me, okay? I say got three, that means got three. So guys, where is the third one? The third one, it's always, what am I saying? The third one, whenever you can't see it, sometimes it's because your line not long enough. So you should extend your line. So which line can I extend? 11.14, fixed one, don't extend it. 5.927, fixed one, cannot extend it. So isn't it the only thing you can extend is KM? Do you guys realize KM, if you extended more? Wow, there's one more point here. I think this is my new point. Isn't it the new point called N prime? Put a prime. So you see, the N is still take the O1, so you still need to put a prime. The K is still the O1, still need to put a prime. And then this K connected here. Isn't it, guys? Look, the O triangle is this blue one. The new triangle, isn't it, is this purple one. So blue one is the old one, purple one, isn't it, will be the new one. So they want a new triangle, the purple one is the new triangle. Sorry. So my dear, let me double check for you just in case you don't trust me, okay? By the way, in exam, you want to rub off this, want to rub off this, want to rub off this, only show purple also can. That is exactly how teacher will only check lah, okay? So the rest you don't show teacher is fine one, but as a teacher I show you everything lah, okay? So this is everything lah, okay? And you must label nicely, guys. You must label N prime, M prime, K prime, okay? Without the rest of the labeling is fine one, but I can double check for you guys, okay? Just look, just now we say the purple color. Why the purple color one makes sense, you know? Because they say KM must be the same. So you think about it. Just now like that is 5.927. Now like this, is it still 5.297? Yes, because you're using 5.927 radius to draw a circle. Right? So of course, here 5.927, here also 5.927. So this one fulfilled, correct? KN must be the same. So this one 11.14 under blue. Isn't it under purple? You are still the same line, 11.14. Definitely same, lor. So this 30 degree, is it the same? See blue color, this one 30 degree. Under purple, isn't it this one still 30 degree? So yep, everything fulfilled, yet different shape. Correct. Saw it, my dear? After that, don't stop. The second part, they say what? You want to find the angle M prime, K prime, N prime. Where is that, leh? M prime, K prime, N prime. Guys, isn't it the find one is this green color angle? So how do you find this green one? Super easy. You know why super easy or not, guys? I always tell my students, you need to remember that, okay? If you draw it correctly, in between the blue one and the purple one, in between, you see blue, this is blue, okay? This is purple. In between the blue and the purple, isn't it this is the one in between them, right? The in between one, 100% is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle, guys, 5.927 makes sense, what, right? Radius, radius draw the circle, what? So isn't it isosceles triangle? So whenever they are isosceles triangle, isn't it this angle and this angle 100% same? So when you look up, just now what is this? 40 and then 30. Wait, this one 40 just now, 30 just now, this one 110. So 110 next door, 180 minus 110, my dear. You are a straight line, what? So this one is a 70 degree. So when this one 70, this one 70. When this one 70, this one 70, this top one also can find because they are a triangle. Then 180 minus 70 minus 70. All the top also 40. So 40, 40, the answer will be 80 degrees. Don't tell me teacher working, no need working. You just write 80, they give you the marks, my dear. So this one, 1 marks. Sketch the graph correctly, 1 marks. And here you go, 10 marks. A very easy 10 marks. I don't know up to here you got feel this paper 2 easy or not, but I can tell you, this paper 2 is so much easier compared to the paper 1 of 2022 SPM past year. Okay, now, my dear, let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next one. 13. Oh, I look at it, I sure away know. I don't really suggest students doing this chapter, even though students love this chapter because they feel like a teacher drawing graph very easy, but very easy to make mistake also. And this question very good in standard. Later on, you guys can see. So this question is under Form 5, Chapter 7. This one called linear programming, okay? So let's move on. They say a factory produce guava juice and watermelon juice, got two juice. Due to limitation on production capacity, the factory can produce at most 180 pack of juice in a day. The number of pack of watermelon juice produced exceed the number of pack of guava juice is less than 60 pack. Never mind, we read first, okay? Don't understand, never mind. The demand for the number of pack of watermelon juice is at least 1/2 of the number of pack of guava juice. Don't understand, it's fine. Now they say in a day, in a day. The factory produce X packet of guava and Y packet of watermelon. So remember, guava is X, watermelon is Y. Right. 3 inequalities. Inequalities, that means your equation got bigger, smaller sign, okay? Want to write 3. Write 3 inequalities other than x bigger than 0, y bigger than 0. That satisfy all the above constraints. 3 marks. One marks each, okay? So my dear, first one, what can I write? Based on the questions, I saw this word. They say due to limitation on production capacity, the factory can produce at most 180 packet of juice in a day. So this 180, you'll never say it's watermelon or guava. I think it's everything, right? So they say everything at most. At most means maximum. Okay, that means if I say you maximum only can get 13 A's, can you get 14 A? No, because you're only getting 13 subject, my dear. There's a concept of it lah. So whenever they say at most, okay, so now they say juice, never say which juice, right? So it means total juice, x plus y. So the x plus y now what? At most 180. So can you exceed 180? No. You can less than 180. You can equals 180, but you cannot more than 180. So it's only lesser and equals to 180. Now, that is the first equation. You write this out correctly, 1 mark. Okay, second. Second is this sentence. The number of pack of watermelon juice. Watermelon juice is what? Is Y. Okay, the Y lah. Exceed the number of pack of guava juice. The guava juice, isn't it X? Okay, so read the Y exceed the X is less than 60 packs. Okay, my dear, this one a lot of students very bad on it. Whenever they say exceed, more than, less than, by, talking about value between it, okay? So whenever they say exceed more than less than, right? Okay, I'll give you a better example, an easier example. If I say my age, exceed your age is less than 60 years. You think about it, quite makes sense, right? My age, exceed your age is less than 60 years. That means we are talking about our age difference. First, how do we find our age difference? Isn't it using my age minus your age because I'm older, ma? So isn't it big minus small? We can find the differences, correct? So now, they say Y exceed X. Big minus small, isn't it Y minus X? Y minus X, isn't it talking about the differences, right? Now they say the differences what? Is less than 60. So it's less than 60. Don't put equal, Don't put equal, Less than is less than, don't have equal. So you can write like that. Some students, they will move the X over. Can also. Either one. These two also can. Doesn't matter, okay? But I will just write the top one, 1 mark, okay? Next. The 1, 3, Next, continue read. The demand for the number of packet of watermelon juice. The watermelon juice is what? Is Y. Okay? Is at least 1/2 of the number of pack of guava juice. Guava juice is X. Okay, this one quite easy. They say the Y is what? The Y is at least. Remember, at least means minimum. If I say your MX must get at least C, can you get donkey? No, my dear. At least, that means must that one or anything above it. So at least is always bigger and equal. Okay, no? So at least is bigger and equal 1/2 of the guava juice. Is only 1/2 of the X. So you can write like that. Some students, they will move the 2 over. They will write 2Y bigger and equals to X. Also can. Either one, guys. Okay, 1 marks. There you go. 3 marks. Okay. So this is A. So imagine if you cannot form equation out, you better don't choose this chapter. Okay, my dear. Because if the equation wrong, everything wrong. Okay. So A correct, only B can correct. B, they say, using a scale, 2 cm to 20 pack on both axes, construct and shade. Construct, that means draw already. You're going to use graph paper. Construct and shade the region R, which satisfy all the above constraints. Okay, my dear. I write inside the graph. Okay. So I got, very far. My dear, I got this as my first equation. Okay. I got what? This is my second equation. Then I remember I got what? Y at least 1/2X. This is my third equation. Or I move it over also can. Like that also can. Okay, I remember we have these three equations, okay, my dear? So now they say what? Now they say draw it out. Hey, this one, no need to leave any space for negative. Because this one don't have negative one. This one definitely don't have negative. How many guava juice, how many watermelon juice, how to have negative, you tell me, my dear. Correct? They say every 2 cm is 20 packet. So every 2 cm, 20 packet. So here, isn't it 20? 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. Okay, this is my x-axis. Okay, so here 20. Is it 20? I scared I wrong, my dear. I always remember things wrongly. This one 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. Wow, lot. 180, 200. Y-axis. No need to have a title one, okay? So my dear, now, how do you guys draw it out? Now, so please remember, when you want to draw it out, you must have some value for you to draw the straight line. All of them is a straight line, okay? Don't have square, of course, it's a straight line. It's like y equals to mx plus c is a straight line, okay? So straight line equations always need to have 2 points. But I'm a teacher who very scared students make mistake one. So I always find 3 points. When I teach my own students, I always ask them to find 3 points, okay? It's not necessary, but I will find 3, okay? So normally I like to put x0. So this question, if you x put 0, if the equation, you imagine it. If this equation, if the x you put 0, the y is what? 180 straight away lah. So this one is 180. Okay? So my dear, maybe you tell me, teacher, why put 0? Why you put 0? The x is 180, but you look at the space you have. You only draw until 140. You don't have 180. So I don't think you should sub 0. So maybe you should sub like other numbers. So many numbers in the world, like the question can draw a lot, right? So let's say I put 40. If the x I put 40, you imagine it. If the x I put, okay, I show you the working here, 40. If I put 40, 40 plus y equals to 180. So y equivalent to plus, move it over minus. Isn't it 140? Okay, I put one more, another one, let's say I put 100. So if I put 100, any number can do one, my dear. It's fine one, okay, as long as you're able to draw. So if I put 100, so isn't it the y will be 80. So this one is 80. Okay, now let me try to draw it out. So 0, 180, this is the first point. Okay, second, 40, 140, 40, 140, here, second point. 180, this is the third point. So guys, now let's connect them together. Now, such a nice line. Hey, don't draw so short, my dear. Extend it until the maximum you guys can draw. Okay, like that. Quite a nice one. Okay, you thought done already? No, you're going to write the equation beside the line, please. And guys, remember, when you write the equation, don't write the bigger, smaller. Because equation, where got bigger, smaller one? Equation is y equals to mx plus c, where got y bigger than mx plus c, right? So write equal. So this one, you're going to write x plus y equals to 180. X plus y equals to 180, okay? Next, let's continue draw the next one. Next one, okay? Try to find some point out. You're not necessary to find 3, it's just I like to find 3. So x, I put 0, you can sub inside. X, if I put 0, the y straight away is 60. Can see, right? Next one, if x I put, let's say I put 20. Can. X, I put 20. So x, if I put 20, now I show you the working here. Y, isn't it, will be 80. Okay? Next one, let's say x, I put 100. Sorry, wrong pen. A bit weird. 100. So isn't it y minus 100 equals to 60? So y equals to 160. Okay, this one 160. Okay, that's all the point I'm finding so far. 0, 60. Let's try to draw it out here. Okay, 20, 80 here. Next one, 100, 160, 160 here. Okay, now guys, again, connect them together. You can see the line. I'll write the equation beside it. Guys, correct or wrong? If you not able to realize it, then you're wrong already, my dear. This line wrong. You know why this line wrong or not? Because I hope you guys all remember, okay? Whenever you put bigger equal, sorry, I write here. Bigger equal, lesser equal. If every equation got equal, you're going to draw a solid line. If no equal one, you're going to draw a dotted line. So it's very important that this one no equal, can you see, my dear? This bigger, smaller have no equal, right? So this one you must draw dotted line. Now I make it dotted line. Okay, this is dotted line. Must draw dotted line. They will deduct your marks if you didn't draw dotted line. Okay, next one, the last one. Here. X and Y, okay? Again, try some number lah. If X I put 0, I think Y straight away is 0. You can try. X is 0. Y is legit 0. Okay? Let's say X I put, let's say 80. If X I put 80, I try X I put 80, Y I get 40. Quite low. Okay? Next one, let's say I put 120. X if I put 120, Y I will get 60. So this one 60. Okay, guys, all find that? So 0, 0, that's the first point here. And then 80, 40, 80, 40 here. And then 120, 60 here. This one is solid line. This one is got equal. This one draw a solid line. Okay, guys, all see that? And this one called 2y equals to x. I don't like my equation got fraction now. You want to write fraction also can, doesn't matter one, okay? So that is the line. All the 3 line, all correct already. But don't stop here. Because after you construct, do you remember the question say what? Construct and shade the region R. So you're going to shade the region R. Where is the region R leh? So my dear, okay, please remember, every single straight line equation, they call it y equals to mx plus c. So whenever you want to know where to shade, you always based on the y. And please make sure the y must be a positive y. Okay, listen first. So that means, my dear, okay, look. So if the equation is like that, y more than mx plus c, you will sketch the line up. Because more is always the top of it, okay? If y lesser than mx plus c, you will sketch bottom, okay? But if you are negative y, then it's different case lah. If it's negative y, you can make it positive first. How do you guys make it positive? You can move it over to the right side. They'll become positive. And then the rest of it, you will move it to the other side. Then only based on this, you will see the y more than or less than. So for this one, the y less than, isn't it bottom? Because you're on the sharp part. So that means the y is lesser than. Some students, they will tell me, then teacher, what if I got negative? Can I don't want to move? Teacher, can I times negative? Can. Now, remember, if you times negative, this one got negative, this one got negative, right? But when you times negative, the sign must terbalik. So when you terbalik, then this y more than isn't it sketched up again? You can see that? So very important is you must always base on y. You don't look at other things, you only look at y. And then you're going to base on your y, and the y must be a positive y. If it's a negative y, make it positive first, only look. So bigger is always up, smaller is always down. Let's try. So now isn't it is a positive y. So now the y what? Smaller than 180. Smaller than means you will sketch down of 180. So you know this one, isn't it is this line. So if it's this line, I will sketch the bottom of it because you say smaller one. Okay, continue next. This one is a positive y. Good. This y is what? Smaller. So this one is this line, correct? Smaller, that means downwards. Downwards. It is arrow, no need to draw one. It's just me as a teacher, I draw for you. I scared you guys don't know, okay? Then the next one, again, based on the y. This y also can, that y also can. Both of them also can. I like no fraction. So this y, isn't it more than the x? So more than is what? Up. That one is this line. So more than, isn't it the up? So the up, isn't it, is here and here. So guys, bottom of here, it means you can only sketch this part. Because you need to be top of this also. So that means only this part. At the same time, you say bottom of here. Isn't it only left this part? Can you guys see that? That will be your shaded region R that fulfill every single thing you want. So draw it out. Some teacher care about where you sketch for the R nicely, but I don't care. So my dear, I will just draw like that. That is the region R. But this region R, where you sketch is very important. I really scared you guys make a mistake. Please allow me to highlight for you. You don't need to highlight. It's just me, myself, and I. So guys, this yellow color one is actually the shaded region R. Okay, I hope you guys know. This shaded region, because of every single line you draw, right, is a restriction for the questions about the guava juice and the watermelon juice. So this yellow color one is the one that you possible to expand your business on. You cannot do anything more, anything that is colorless. You can only do the yellow color one. Okay, you must shade it correctly, okay? So just now you guys getting 3 marks for the diagram, right? So for this one, let's see how many marks are. Or 3 marks for the graph also. So my dear, for these questions, right, you draw all the line correctly, they will give you 2 marks. Okay, shade the region R correctly, give you 1 marks. All together like that, 3 marks, okay? So just now A 3 marks, now 3 marks, all together 6 marks already, okay? Now let's look at B. Okay, B, I mean C, sorry. Let's look at C, use the graph. Again, don't use the brain, don't use your calculation, no, use the graph, okay? Use the graph, construct in 13B. So just now must draw correctly, so imagine A wrong, B wrong, B wrong, C wrong. I don't like this chapter. So my dear, C, they say use the graph, okay? State what? But of course, guys, even though I don't like, I hope you guys do all. Because you don't like, it's like your personal, like it's your personal choice. But you don't like if you don't like MX, you still need to sit for MX, right, my dear? So therefore, please try to learn every single chapter. You give yourself a room to choose. You don't let the knowledge limit you, okay? You try your best to learn every single thing, then you're able to choose in the exam hall. If solution of triangle is way too hard, index number is way too hard, maybe you can choose this chapter. At least you have the knowledge, right? So now they say, state the maximum, highest, maximum number of packet of guava juice. Guava juice is what? Guava juice is X. So guys, that means they're going to find the maximum X. Okay, just find maximum X. Never tell you anything, just find maximum X. Okay, quite easy, right? I do here, my dear, C1. They want to find maximum guava juice, so maximum X. How do I find maximum X? Everyone look, X is this. This is the axis, okay? So axis is what? My dear, axis is like that. So axis isn't it from 0, slowly increase towards 140. So axis increase in this space, okay? So based on the shaded region, isn't it if you base on the shaded region fatness, isn't it they start from 0? That is the minimum for my axis. Then my maximum, if I look from here to here, understand? From here to here, so you from 0 up to 20, 40, 60, 80. Don't look at the height, only look at the width. So based on the fatness, most left is the minimum, most right is the maximum. So most right, isn't it here? Oh, the maximum is actually 120, my dear. So isn't it the most maximum part for your X is 120? You guys understand, right? The most left is minimum. The most right is maximum. If for y-axis, for y-axis, the most bottom is minimum. The most highest is maximum. Understand? So now, my dear, you know the maximum X, maximum guava juice is 120. That. Okay? This one worth 1 mark only. Okay? Next one, the second part. Let me read again the question for you. The second part, they say, due to an increased price of the guava on the particular day, each pack of guava juice, okay, guava juice is what? X. Okay? Cause a loss. Wow. Negative, my dear, loss. So every single guava juice will have a negative 5 ringgit 50 cents. Okay, sell one, rugi one. Okay. Now they say the profit for each pack for watermelon juice, Y, is 40 ringgit. Wow. How big it is, my dear, I don't know. The watermelon juice is 40 ringgit. If the factory has produced 80 pack of watermelon juice on that day, calculate the maximum profit obtained. Okay, guys. I write first, you don't scared, okay? So my dear, it's only X and Y, okay? So they say X is negative RM 5 ringgit 50 cents for each. For the watermelon juice is earning one. It's RM 40 ringgit positive. Okay, satu rugi, satu untung. Okay, my dear. Then now they say what? You're going to find the maximum profit. They say if you have 80 packet of watermelon. Watermelon is what? Watermelon is Y. That means they already tell you the Y now is 80. And I want to find the maximum profit. Hey, this one is a very, very good one. Please listen to me, okay? So now, my dear, you cannot... Okay, normally if you're doing this chapter, normally you guys will take a ruler and start to push. Do you guys remember? Okay, but that one is when they don't tell you this, they just say find maximum profit. Then you got to push yourself. But this one, they already tell you y equals to 80. That one cannot change one. So you know y is 100% 80. So y equals to 80, do you guys remember the integration question I just now did? Y equals to 80 is a horizontal line. So please try to draw it out. So 80 isn't it here? So y equals to 80 is this line. Now everyone look, I highlight for you guys, y equals to 80 isn't it this purple color line? Now this one is y equals to 80. So y equals to 80, guys. Again, You already know the y is 100% 80, cannot change one. The only thing can change is the x, correct? So y equals to 80 is this whole line, okay? So what's the x value leh? So again, you're gonna know the minimum, you're gonna know the maximum. So when you look at the horizontal line, isn't the most left of the horizontal line is minimum. The most right of it is maximum, correct, my dear? So please don't tell me teacher 0 or teacher still 120. No. My dear, I'm talking about on that purple line, you touch the yellow point. So do you realize on the purple line, you touch the yellow point here and here. Can you guys see it? So this is the minimum. This is the maximum. Correct? Now, you know why you're wrong? Because everyone will straight away tell me, then teacher, 100. No, it's not 100. You know why not 100? Okay, my dear. Okay, listen to me first, okay? I don't want to know the minimum X, the maximum X. I want to know the maximum profit. So profit, you know why it will affect it or not? Because one of them now is loss. So if it's a loss, it will have a negative. So it doesn't mean this one will be the maximum. Maybe this one is the maximum. So if I'm you, I'm very scared one, okay? I will do both. I suggest you to do both. And I got one very important thing for you guys. You know why students were still wrong? Because everyone will do this one will be the maximum. Okay, that one never mind, because that one touch a solid line. So if you touch a solid line, when you go down, you know this is 100. That means this point is 180. 180, okay? But this one, you cannot using 20. Why you cannot using 20? Because the moment you touch here, you are a dot line. Guys, can you see the dotted line so important? So a lot of people exactly put 20, all gone case. This is not even 20, You cannot put 20 because 20 is dotted line. Dotted line, that means you don't have equal. Don't have equal, that means doesn't include 20. Doesn't include 20, then you need to put what, You need to put this one. That means you need to put 21. Some student will ask me, teacher, why must put 21? Why I cannot put 19? My dear, do you realize if you put 19, you are outside the yellow color one. I must inside yellow. Yet cannot be 20. So cannot be 20. The next one on the line is 21. Don't tell me teacher put decimal can. Hello, how to sell 20.5 guava juice? My dear, cannot, right? So must be whole number, right? So that means this is your minimum point. Isn't it? Your minimum point is 2180. Correct? Even though this is minimum, this is maximum, but it doesn't mean that will be the minimum profit, maximum profit. Why? Because one of them is actually losing, loss. It's a loss, okay? So what can you guys do? Sub inside. Okay, let's show you the equation first. The profit equation. Okay, the profit, okay? Isn't it every single X will lose 5 ringgit 50 cents? So the equation will be negative 5.5 times X. It depends on how many X you have times negative 5.5. Then for the Y, every single one is 40 ringgit. Isn't it 40 times Y? So you plus them together. This is the profit equation. Okay? I show you both. Okay, my dear, you're going to be careful. So I show you 2180. I show you 180. We see which one can earn more. Can we? So my dear, profit. So the X, I sub 21 ringgit. 21, sorry. The Y, I sub 80. Let's try to press calculator. Negative 5.5 times 21 plus 40 times 80. I guess getting RM 3,084 ringgit and 50 cents. Okay. How about another one? Try to sub also. Profit. Negative 5.5 times 100 plus 40 times 80. Negative 5.5 times 100 plus 40 times 80. Wow, lesser money. If more money, is it more money? Negative 5.5 times 100 plus 40 times 80. Sorry, press wrongly. 2,650 ringgit. Do you guys realize, teacher, why that one sell more? Why that one didn't earn more? Because that one sell more for the one that actually is losing money. So that one is 180. This one, 2180, actually earn more money. So which one is maximum profit? This is maximum profit. So guys, of course, in exam, no need to show this lah. But I just show you both because I scared you guys, asking like, teacher, why that one maximum? Show you, prove you, my dear. So isn't it the maximum is 3084.5? Isn't it, this is a very, very good question. It's like a very good questions that make you confused. You thought you are easy. You thought like, wow, I 100% score 110 marks. Who knows it doesn't? Okay, my dear. So guys, there is 1 mark, right? This one worth 4 marks. So here 1 marks. You getting 21, you sub inside 1 marks. And then you're getting 2180, 1 marks. 3 marks. So this whole question worth 10. Done. Everyone okay? Still surviving? Still following me? I still only have 2 questions, okay? Two. Survive, please. Can. You can one. Okay? Let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. I love this chapter. Form 4, chapter 10, index number. Okay, this chapter I feel like is the second easiest chapter in MX. Okay, table 2 shows the informations. By the way, I also got video in my YouTube channel about this chapter. If you're not good about it, okay, I will assume that's very good. Okay, table 2 shows the information related to 4 ingredients used to produce a type of biscuit. So guys, remember later on they mentioned biscuit. They're talking about everything. So ingredient is ingredient. Weightage is called W. I like to put the symbol. So price in the formula paper, the symbol is Q. So this is Q for 2019. This is Q for 2021. Better have the year lah, so you won't be confused about it when they go very confused later on. So A1, I do here, yeah. A1, they say, given that the price index of ingredient P, now my dear, you must know it's for who, you know. Because sometimes they for P, sometimes they for Q, sometimes they for R, sometimes they for S, sometimes they for biscuit. So you must know it's actually for who. So for P, they say the price index, guys, index is actually I. The price index 21 based on 19, 21 over 19. Isn't it? It's 130. That's what they say. And now they just say find the Z. Okay, where does Z come from? Let's see where is the Z. So guys, the Z, isn't it, is this one. You guys realize the Z is Q. So you must use the formula that involve Q. Index number actually only got 3 formula. 1I dash 1 smiley face method. Okay. So my dear, only the first formula, which is the I formula, involve Q. So the moment they say they're going to find Q, you can only using the first formula. Now, this is the first formula. All I need to do is sub inside. Okay. So remember, now we can sub the I on the left side. But remember, if you're subting the I on the left side, you are doing 21 over 19. So you must put Q21 on top, Q19 at the bottom. So which one should I put? Remember, you are doing ingredient P. So ingredient P isn't it got 2 pricing here. One is Z, one is 15 ringgit. Which one on top? 21. Which one at the bottom? 19. So Z on top, 15 at the bottom. Isn't it times 100? Move around, getting the answer. 130 divided by 100 times 15. I guess getting Rn 19 ringgit 50 cents. It's a money. So Rm 19 ringgit 50 cents. You didn't write the Rm is fine because the table on top got Rm already, but it's 19 ringgit 50 cents. Let me update for you guys. 1950. Done. Okay. Next one, guys. Second part. I write here, yeah. Second part. They say the price index of ingredient Q. Now, my dear, doing Q, better have a title, knowing which one you're doing. Okay. The price index is I. Index is always I. Okay. Not price, it's index. Okay. So the price index for 2021 based on 2019, 21 over 19 is 140. That's what they say. Okay. Next, they say the price per kilogram of ingredient Q in the year 19. I write for you. The price for year 19, that means Q19, is equal. Equal. 6 ringgit less than the price for 2021. That means Q21. So my dear, that means Q16 is 6 ringgit less than Q21. That means your age is 6 years less than my age. That means what? My age, $6 is your age. Correct, my dear? You read the question, you try to understand. You based on age. I think age is quite good. Age is a good example because you guys normally don't confuse with age, but you guys confuse with money, okay? My dear. So the price for 2019 is 6 ringgit less. So 2019 is lesser, my dear. So it's lesser than what? Lesser than 2021. So that means 21 $6 ringgit, isn't it? 2019. At least that's why I understand through there lah. So now they say find X, find Y. How to find X, find Y? Where the X, where Y come from? So guys, the X and Y, when I look at the questions, the X and Y come from here. So do you guys realize the X and Y is both Q? So must use a Q formula. So Q formula, the formula that got Q is the same formula that I used just now, which is this one. All you guys need to do now is sum. So what is the I having now? 140. Remember, you are doing 21.19. Top is 21, bottom is 19. So what is Q21? So remember, you're doing ingredient Q. So ingredient Q is this row. So I got X, I got Y. So which one is 21? Y. Which one is 29? Which one is 19? X. So Y on top, X at the bottom. Isn't it times 100? So my dear, I realized, I got 2 for unknown. I got 2 unknown. I must have 2 information. So where is 2 information? This is 1. Isn't it? This is another one. So how do I have another one? Q19. So Q19 is what? Q19 is X. Q21 is Y. Isn't it? At least from there, you know X equals to Y minus 6. So now you guys can sub inside the X, you guys can sub Y minus 6. So times 100, move it over, divide by 100. Okay, I write nicely lah. Times 100 equals to 140. So times 100, move it over, divide by 100. Okay, move around, divide, move up, times. 1.4 times Y.6, Y minus 6 equals to Y. Open bracket, isn't it? 1.4Y minus 8.4 equals to Y. Continue move around so you're able to get the answer. 1.4y minus 1y, isn't it? 0.4y equals to negative 8.4, move it over, positive 8.4. 8.4 divided by 0.4. I guess getting, oh, my y is 21. So if my y is 21, my x is 21 minus 6. Isn't it Rm 15? I almost forget to write Rm. 21 ringgit, 15 ringgit. That I update, okay. Sorry, must write X here. Okay, X is 15 ringgit. Y is 21 ringgit. Okay, my dear, like that. So next one, my dear. Okay, this A done already. A, how many marks? 4 marks. Okay. Here 1. This one 1. This one 1. This one 1. Okay, 4 marks. Can let's move on. B. I squeeze here, yeah. Make it smaller a bit. Okay, like that. Okay, B, they say. Given that the composite index, guys, index is I. Composite index is I dash. So the composite index to produce the biscuit from the year 2021 based on 19 is 132. That's what they say lah. Then now they say, express P in terms of Q. Wow, they're going to find P in terms of Q. Where does the P and Q come from? I look at the questions, I realize the P and Q is the weightage. 100% you're going to use a formula with a weightage. And the formula that come with the weightage only have the second formula, which is the composite index formula. Nah, this one. Okay? All you guys need to do now is sub inside. Drink water. So guys, 132. So the I dash now is 132. Okay? You're going to have the I and the W. Okay. You guys do have a W column here. The biggest problem is you don't have an I column. You don't have an I column, generate one is fine one. Don't have, I can find one, my dear. So you're going to have an I 21 over 19 because you are doing 21, 19. Okay. So what is the I 21, 19? Actually, you do have 2 already. On A1, you already know I 21, 19 is 130 for P. For P. And then I 21 over 19 for Q is 140. 130, 140. So this one, 130. This one, 140. Then for R and S, press your calculator. This I divided by this I times 100. You guys get 160. This I divided by this times 100. Isn't it 110? Okay, that is all the I, that is all the W. Now all you need to do is sub inside, okay? So I times W, 130 times 5 plus I times W, 140 times P plus I times W, 160 times Q plus I times W, 110 times 3. Then divide by total weightage. Hey guys, the total weightage must write out one by one. My student being deduct their marks because they don't write out one by one. So it's very necessary to write out one by one. So 132 equivalent to, those I can press, I straight away press, like those number. So I press this and this, okay, these 2 is yellow. 980 plus 140p plus 160q. For the bottom, 5 plus 3, 5 plus 3 isn't it? Is 8 plus P plus Q. Can move around. Divide, move up times. So 130 times 8 plus P plus Q. Equivalent to 980 plus 140P plus 160Q. Okay, expand it. 132 times 8, 1056. Plus 132P plus 132Q equals to this. Okay, combine whatever you guys can combine. Remember, the question asking for express P in terms of Q. So all the P move to one side. The rest of the Q all move to one side. 1056 minus 980. 76 though. 132Q minus 160Q. Negative 28Q. So what is my P answer? Times 8, move it over, divide by 8. Wow, fraction, so ugly. Just imagine this is your exam. You do until here, you must suspect yourself, but you are correct, my dear. Until here is correct, okay? So guys, 3 marks, here 1 mark. This part, 1 marks. Should be 2 marks. The working shouldn't have any marks. Now, 3 marks here. Can everyone? Let's move on. C. Okay, read as C, they say, the price of biscuit, guys. Read every word, man. They say P, do P. They say Q, do Q. The moment they say biscuit, you must understand you are doing for everyone. Don't know you guys basic good or not, but everyone is always doing I dash. Shouldn't using I, should using I dash. I dash is actually index for everyone. I is actually index for individual. Okay, so they say the price. Price is what? Q. So guys, the Q19. Okay, I write nicely here. Q19 is RN 40 ringgit. Okay, now they say the price for all ingredient increased by 20%. Do you know this chapter, index number is always talking about increase or decrease by percentage. So when they say increase by 20%, that means it's 120. Increase by 30%, 130. Decrease by 20%, 80. Okay, that is how you guys write index, okay? You watch my video, you will know, okay, if your basic not good. So my dear, increase 20% is 120. This 120 is from the year 2021 to 2022. So my dear, increase, decrease is index, right? So this one is I. So this one is I 2021 to 2022. Please put the newer year on top, older year at the bottom. You thought like that done? No. Because this increase 20% is all increase. So if all increase, it's not I, it's I dash. Don't write wrongly, okay? Because overall increase is not individual increase. Overall, then it's I dash. This whatever you guys should write out, okay? Now they say, fine. Find the selling price, my dear. So guys, they say, find the selling price in the year 2022, okay? If the company is targeting a profit of 15%. So now I already realized all the profit, they are talking of cost, unless they mention. If not, it's always 15% off the cost, okay, my dear? I know account is always off the sales, but don't know why MX is always off cost, okay? So always they say percentage is of something. So they say, if they never mention, it's always off the cost. So they, using the cost, they earn 15% from the cost, okay? That's what they say lah. So now they say the price in the year 2019, they give already, right? So guys, now they're going to find the price, the Q lah, okay? For the year 2022. How do I do it? Okay, look, you have 19, you have 2022. But it's very far away, correct, my dear? So 19, 2022, how you guys do it? Every time about Q, you were definitely using the first formula. Because this is the only formula that come together with money. Okay? So my dear, now, you're doing 2022 and 2019. Isn't it you must have 2022 and 2019 value, correct? So now, you want to find 2022. Do you have 2019 value? Yes. You know it's 40 ringgit. So isn't it bottom is 40 ringgit times 100. You know why you guys wrong? A lot of students will straight away start 120. Guys, look carefully. I write very nicely with the year. So isn't it I'm doing 2022, 2019. That means here must put I 2022 over 2019. Do you have that? No. You have 2022, 2021. But you want 2022, 2019. How do you guys do it? How do you guys get it? Find it out. How do you guys find it out? Remember, you're talking about not PQRS. You're talking about biscuit. Biscuit is everything, right? Everything you guys must put I dash here. So you must have I dash 2022 over 2019. So do you have any I dash? Yes. You guys have composite index 2021 over 2019. You also have composite index 2022 over 2021. So I always teach my students whenever you want to involve 3 years, use smiley face method. Let me show you guys smiley face. Show where no space. Okay, I think I do here. I do here, my dear. When they involve 3 years, you guys can draw a smiley face out. Put the year in sequence. 2019 is the oldest. 2021 is middle. 2022 is the newest year. So 2119 is 132. So left eyes is 132. Okay. 2022, 21 is 120. So right eyes is 120. You have your left eyes, you have your right eyes. You want to find the mouth, can find one. Using what? Using A, okay, the formula I teach my students out, okay? It's always smiley face. Okay, year 1, year 2, year 3 put in sequence. Left eyes is A, right eyes is B, mouth is C. The formula is C is always A times B over 100. But of course, in exam, don't write the A, B, C out loud, okay? So now you want to find the bottom, right? The bottom is I dash 2022 over 19, right? So take your left eyes times the right eyes, divide by 100. You guys can be getting the mouth part, okay? So 132 times 120 divided by 100. I guess getting 158.4. So this is 158.4. So now can do backwards lah. 158.4 divided by 100 times 40. Okay. I guess getting RN 63 ringgit and 36 cents. Guys, this is not the answer. You know why or not? The one they're giving you, the price of the biscuit, okay, in the year 2019 is this one. But the price of all ingredient will increase, okay? And then they're asking you the selling price. So that means, my dear, I know everything they put price, but suddenly they say selling price. That means, this particular 40 ringgit is the price you buy from your supplier. You understand? But selling price is the price you sell to people. Understand? So eventually the price of the biscuit is actually the cost of it. For you, it's the cost. Okay? For you, it's actually the cost. You understand, my dear? You buy, let's say this is a biscuit. You buy a biscuit from the supplier and then you sell out. So sell out cost selling price. But now the one they say 40 ringgit is actually the price of the biscuit you buy. You buy from the supplier, okay, my dear? You buy from the supplier. So eventually that is your cost. So you know the cost, okay, in 2019 is 40 ringgit. But the cost in 2022 becomes 63 ringgit 36 cents already. That's why they say increase by 20%. Right? All the price of all the ingredient. So all the ingredient increase, okay? So the price of you buying it also increase. So the price you buying it increase, the price you sell out also increase, right? So increase by 20% already. So this is whatever you guys getting after 20% and whatever 32%, okay? Then you guys getting this, but I don't want this thing because this is eventually the cost of it. I don't want the cost. I want the selling price of you sell out to the people, okay? So how do you guys find the cost? Therefore, the question only provide you this one. Profit of 15%, okay? So you're going to find out selling price based on percentage. How you guys do it? Get better, write out the percentage of every single person. So look at everyone. So isn't it now you're talking about profit? Okay. So I write for you first, okay? You should know every single thing about selling price. So selling price, I write SP selling price, okay? Selling price, how do you guys find profit? Isn't it profit is always selling price minus your cost? Isn't it is always your profit? What I say makes sense, right, my dear? Think about it. I sell you this one, 3 ringgit. I buy this one, 2 ringgit. How much I earn? 1 ringgit. Because 3 ringgit minus 2 ringgit, I earn 1 ringgit. Make sense? So isn't it selling price minus cost is always profit. So now they say the profit is what? 15%. You know this one is 15%. Okay? So 15% of what? Of cost. So the cost is always 100%. When I say your MX level is 15% of mine, then I must getting 100% first lah, right? So you're 15% of 100%. So whenever they say 15% of what, that person is always 100%. Okay? And always MX, their profit is always of cost, okay? So look, guys, this one minus 100 will be 15. Then the top must be what? Must be 115%. Because 115% minus 100 only can get 15%. Make sense or not? Look, so now you want to find the 115%. And then you know the cost. The cost is what? The cost is 63 ringgit 30 cents. Isn't it that one is the one that you have? So how do you guys do it? Using something like ratio. So you want to find the selling price. This one I think you learned it from 3. The one that you want to find, it worth 115%. The one that you have is 100%. Isn't it times RM 63 ringgit 36 cents? Do you remember? A ratio thing. You using the one that you want to find, divide by the one that you have, times the value that you have. So 115 divided by 100 times 63 ringgit 36 cents. I guess getting the answer RM 72 ringgit 86 cents. Because it's money, please write nicely. I don't know why this one they only give you 3 marks, but they only worth 3 marks. So this one worth 1 marks. Getting 63 ringgit 36 cents, getting 1 marks. Getting 158.84, getting 1 marks. This question worth 10 marks. Ta-da! That is such a good one. Guys, don't give up on me. That's the last one, okay? Now we come to the last one. Drink water, Don't have water anymore. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Next one. Last one. Guys, last one. Form 5, Chapter 8. So it's always these 4 chapter under section C, my dear, okay? So no need to look also. So guys, this one is called kinematic of linear motion, okay? Movement one. A bit physics like that. A bit, I feel. So guys, diagram 7, this one shows 2 particles A and B. Yep, I can see. Move along a straight line. Always on a straight line one. So next one, they say at the instant when t is 0, when time is 0 lah. Particle A and particle B move from M and N respectively. So on the starting, t, you start from M, I start from N. So both of us starting from different place. They say the displacement from M for particle A and particle B is this. So guys, they must always give you equation. I will expect you guys have basic for this chapter. This chapter most important thing is SVA. S stand for displacement, V stand for velocity, A stand for acceleration. The sequence is SVA. Going in front is differentiate, coming backwards is integrate. I expect you guys all know about that, okay? So they will always give you one information first. They must give you one equation first. SVA, they must give you one. If they don't give you, a bit hard to do one, okay? So my dear, for A, they're giving you this one. I put color. For B, they're giving you this one. So both also, they got give you equation already lah. Such that T is the time in second. Okay, let's start from A. A, they say, find the initial velocity of the particle A and B. So guys, initial means starting. On the starting, what is 0? Time is always 0. So they want to find what? Velocity. So they want to find initial velocity A, initial velocity B. Okay, how do I find V? You want me to find V? Actually, just sub T inside V equation. But the problem is, do you have V equation? No. You only got what? S equation. So how S equation go to V equation? Differentiate. Because just now I already say SVA. Going in front, differentiate. Coming backwards, integrate. So now, just need to differentiate it. dV dt. So times minus 1, times minus 1, times minus 1. Ta-da! That is my V equation. Hey, my dear, whenever you're getting a SVA equation, right, you better box it out. No need to color lah, but at least box it out. Then you know you can very fast and find it back. Okay, better write VA. Okay, better write A there. So now you know the time is what? The initial. That means time is 0. So please sub 0 inside. So guys, if I sub 0 inside, it means I'm getting 5. The answer is 5 meter per second. That. Next one, how do I find VB? VB gonna using your SB equation. ds dt. So times minus 1, times minus 1, times minus 1. 18 differentiate 0. So isn't it your VB equation is 3t squared minus 2t plus 4. Yeah, got it. This is the purple color one. Saw it? And then you know what? Time is 0. Sub 0 inside. So isn't it 30 squared minus 20 plus 4. Are you guys getting 4 meter per second? Done. So one is 5 meter per second, one is 4 meter per second. How many marks? 3 marks. Here 1, here 1. Both differentiation together 1. Can, my dear? So this is your A. Let's move on B. Okay, B, they say, find the distance traveled by the particle A and B at the instant when they collide. Okay, collide, that means bang, meet, langgar. So my dear, they're asking you what is the distance they travel individually, okay? How much distance they travel by both of them when they meet. First, you're going to find out when they meet. How I know when they meet, my dear? So, okay. So when they meet, right, my dear, understand not? Meet, don't tell me what speed same. Hello, speed same, why meet, my dear? I run in KL, you run in Penang. Our speed also same, but we're not meeting each other. So don't tell me V, okay? My dear, not A also. A is acceleration, right? Whether I increase speed, you increase speed in Penang, also we're not meeting each other. But S is the one that makes sense. Why? Because S means displacement. Displacement means location. So if my location at 40 km north from KL, you also at location 40 km north from KL, isn't it we meeting each other? So whenever they say they meet, that means SA equals to SB. Okay, why I can straight away say SA equals to SB? Because the SA and SP, they are using the SR or the S formula, the question say, they are from point M. So every single thing they calculated, they are from point M. So this one they're using from point M, this one also they're using from point M. That means these two equations both also say from KL. So if one from KL, one from Johor, then different more, right? But if both also from KL, then yes, we can use it both together. So my dear, SA equation, I write it on the left side. Understand all? Both of them, they're using the same initial starting point. So using the same initial starting point, you guys can use it straight away. Now, isn't it? I can sub it in. One on the left, one on the right. T cube minus, bye-bye. So minus, move it over plus 5t squared. Okay? 5t minus 4t, 1t. Plus 18, move it over minus 18 equals 0. That's what I have. Let's press calculator. One right inside 2. Do you guys first T answer getting 9 over 5? Second T answer getting negative 2. I straight away know which one doesn't make sense, oh my dear. Time where got negative leh? So bye-bye, rejected. That means the times they collide, it's 1.8 seconds. 9 over 5 is actually 1.8 seconds. So on 1.8 seconds, they actually meet each other. Okay? So, okay. This part, a lot of students do wrong. Okay? Don't stop here. I didn't ask you when. I asked you what is the distance you travel. Okay? So distance travel actually around like S lah. But S is not the correct answer because S is displacement. Displacement and distance is different, you know. Displacement is location. Location is where are you. But distance is jarak. How much distance you travel, okay? So my dear, so you already know the time is 9 over 5, right? You can straight away sub inside your SA equation. Okay, I tell you why lah. Later on you understand, okay? So you can straight away sub inside your SA equation. So you can sub 9 over 5 inside. Okay, so 9 over 5 cube plus 4, 9 over 5 squared plus 5. I guess getting 23.79. No need to write more decimal because you must write 4 significant figure or 2 decimal places, whichever is more detailed. Isn't it 23.79 meter? Do I press wrongly? 9 over 5 cube plus 4, 9 over 5 square plus 5, 5t. Legit press wrongly. 9 over 5. Oh, oh, my dear. 27.79 meter. That's how much I travel. Okay. But do you know, SB, you cannot straight away sub like that. Okay. I sub for you later on. I explain. Okay. So for SB, right, the equation is t cube minus t squared plus 4t plus 18. So sub inside 9 over 5 cube minus 9 over 5 squared plus 4, 9 over 5 plus 18. Cube minus 9 over 5 squared plus 4, 9 over 5 plus 18. Oh, sorry. Why do I need to find it again? I'm so sorry, my dear. Why I need to find again? Okay, I'm sorry, my dear. Both of them definitely on the same place, okay? I shouldn't even do this. Stupid, my dear. Guys, you know why, right, my dear? Because they collide, right, correct? They of course on the same place, okay? So let me draw for you guys. You guys come back to the diagram. Look, my dear. So A starting from here, correct? And most important, these two equations, right? They are actually calculating from point M. That means everything you base on this as the origin. So this is the origin, okay? So that means on the 1.8 second, they collide each other at 27.92. Is it 27.92? 27.79 meter. You imagine, let's say they meet each other here. Okay? So if they meet each other here, for A, you thus travel 27.79 meter. Makes sense, right? Based on my drawing, correct? But for B, you shouldn't travel 27.79. Because for B, you starting from N. You didn't starting from M. So you only travel this much. Isn't it should be quite little one? Then the problem is, you don't know what is the gap in between. But can you actually find out the gap in between? Can. You know why? Because on the starting, when time is 0, you start from here. The A starting from there. Okay? So the A starting from there. But when time is 0 that time, I starting from N. So if I want to know where is the N, I just need to sub times 0 into my B equation. I show you. So imagine if you sub 0 inside here. Do you realize you're getting 18 meter? So that means when my time is 0, my displacement from N is 18 meter. Understand? Because every single formula is from N. So that means when my timing is 0 that time, for particle B, I starting from a place called 18. That is already 18, you know. So that means from 18, I travel to 27.79. So what is the distance I travel in between them? So isn't it the distance I travel for B is 27.79 minus 18 meter. I guess getting 9.79 meter. Done. What a good one. So you better understand it. But this question quite easy to understand because they got draw for you. So the drawing actually help you a lot, okay, my dear? So this one 4 marks, right? Okay, you getting you this one equal, you getting 1 marks. And then the moment you get 27.79, you're getting 1 marks. You're getting 9.79, you're getting 1 marks. And then when you're getting 9/5, you're getting 1 marks. This is the 4 marks. Can everyone? Let's move on. C. C, they say what? They say calculate the acceleration of particle A and B immediately before the collisions occurred. So when the collisions occurred, when the timing is 1.8 seconds. So that means I just want to find the accelerations for 1.8 seconds, my dear. So how to find the acceleration? You're going to have the acceleration equation. So remember, SVA. You want to find A, find V first. So you guys already have V, the blue color one. Now this one. Don't ask me where I copy from, my dear. I copy from here. So you want to find A, right? Differentiate it, dV dt. So times -1. Times -1. Now, my dear, this is my A equation, acceleration for my particle A. Okay? So now, what you need to find? You want to find when the timing is 1.8 or 9/5 also can. So what is the acceleration? So I will sub 9/5 inside. 6 times 9/5 plus 8. I guess getting 18.8 meter per second per second. Yes, this is the first answer. Then the next one also same. You're going to find VB. You're going to find the accelerations for B. This one quite easy though. Okay. Put color for you like that. Okay. So my dear, you want to find the accelerations equation, right? dV dt. Times and then -1. Times and -1. I expect you guys know how to differentiate. So AB, isn't it 60 minus 2? Okay. This is your accelerations equation. Okay. With this equation, now again, you guys can sub the time 9/5. So AB equals to 6 times 9/5 minus 2. Are you guys getting 8.8 meter per second per second? Okay. 3 marks. Differentiate it 1 marks. This answer 1 marks. This answer 1 marks. And this whole question worth 10 marks. Dun, 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 dun. Done. Everyone, so far so good? Here you go. Hopefully you guys understand whatever I say. If you have any questions, please comment below, okay? I hope it helped. Thank you so much for everyone. See ya! Remember to subscribe and please don't unsubscribe after you graduate, okay, my dear? Please give me some support, okay? Hopefully I can break 100k subscriber. I don't know, okay? Let's try, okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.